Comedy bang bang, 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 comedy bang bang.
Number 5.
Jason Mantzoukas, we all know from How Did This Get Made, and he plays Rafi or something.
That's
Who
true.
do you play?
I play Ralphie on the...
Ralphie, King Ralph.
I play King Ralph in the King Ralph prequel
Saga.
series.
Pre-cum series.
What?
I don't know.
Nobody enjoyed that more than you. Look at you. Your face is red. You are having a... You're like
I have to be
having a
honest.
blast.
I have to be honest with you. I'm contorting my mouth a certain way because you may have noticed this thing on my lip. My breakfast exploded in my face 5 days ago. I had it said, the thing said egg and bacon muffin.
Okay.
Looked just like a regular muffin. I heat it up in the microwave.
This is in your home?
This is in my home.
Okay.
I bite into it. I hear a loud pop.
Oh, no.
It explodes on my face, burning my face.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't even notice.
Okay, so in any case, so my words are coming out a little bit differently because it's on the tail end of being healed.
Wow.
Look, check it out. Do you see it?
I
don't want Kevin to creep in here and take any pictures of this.
Okay.
By the way, I know what he's into. Anyway,
Creepy mouth wound. Creepy mouth wound tumblers. Wow.
Can we take that whole breakfast thing again real quick?
Oh no!
Gino,
Why? Are we not rolling?
I'm not positive. I was just unplugging and plugging in some stuff over here.
I hope you're not positive.
Why?
Oh, I'm positive for 3 things, but not the big ones. Don't worry. None of the ones that start with H.
Oh, okay. Gino, welcome. Gino Lombardo?
Yes, that is correct. It's
Giovanni, I believe.
Giovanni. Yes, Gino is short for Giovanni.
Giovanni, yeah.
That's what they cut it at Ellis Island.
From,
did you go through Ellis Island?
Yeah, on a field trip in 4th grade.
And they changed your name.
Yeah, and they were like, "Hi, I'm Giovanni." They're like, "It's Gino. Welcome to America," and shoved me down They shoved me down the entire flight of stairs in the torch.
Really?
Yeah.
That is quite a few steps.
Oh, it was a lot.
Wow.
You're back. You're from Long Island, and you commute out here every. Yeah, I'm just catching Jason up. On,
Oh,
on
I'm
all
familiar. I of course, I know Gino just from, he's around as an intern.
Yeah,
Sure.
well, yeah.
Some episodes you are here and you're not even on mic.
I know. Well, I'm talking the whole time, but you don't let me sit at the table,
Right.
Which is fair.
A lot of people don't know that. You're here a lot. It's like how Reggie Watts used to sing the Comedy Bang Bang theme song live.
Right. And then have to run out every time.
You're
'cause he's
here
got
a
other
lot.
stuff. Yeah. Oh, I'm here a lot. I'm working. I'm not just a Comedy Bang Bang intern. I'm an Earwolf intern. So
Sure.
I'm doing a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
You guys got me out on the corner of Sunset selling socks, selling Who Charted socks.
Cool up your light socks. And what do you do for Katie Couric? Anything?
She doesn't need any help because I'm always in there, and she just makes me do stuff like take my shirt off and spin around in a circle for her, and just like kind of eyeball me and stuff. I think she's into like skinny.
She's
boobs.
into super. Yeah. Speaking of a tube, by the way, you look like you've been through.
A lot of people call me Johnny Pipe Cleaners, and I'm like, my name's Gino, and they're like, it just works better if you say Johnny first. And I'm like, well, Gino Pipe Cleaners work. Let's not get into the semantical argument I have with my bagel guy.
Your bagel guy.
Yeah,
he's the guy.
Ronnie at Bageltown Cafe. This motherfucker is in your grill when you're trying to say scoop that with chicken salad. He's like, scoop it out. Come on, you weigh nothing. I'm like, I don't need carbs. I'm looking for protein. We don't have to get into it.
Are you paleo?
I'm going full paleo. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I eat honey exclusively out of beehives now, and it's
like
killing me.
Winnie the Pooh style.
Yeah,
that explains a lot of.
My face is pretty. I'm pretty
swollen,
Rocky Dentist up over here.
Have you ever gotten stuck in like a hole like Winnie the Pooh did, trying to get some honey?
Stuck in a hole? Wasn't he famously stuck in a honey pot?
Oh, was it a honey pot? I forget.
believe,
He was
yeah.
like.
Because there's not a lot of honey in holes.
I thought that he went into a hole.
You know what I mean? He's not in the
You're
butthole.
looking.
Hang on.
You're checking all rogue holes for honey.
I'm in there just playing a little game I like to call Find the Honey.
I thought he got stuck in like he was trying to get a honeypot. I don't know.
I think
Who
that
cares?
too.
Is that
Yeah,
someone
I'm
else?
sure. The
I don't
guy
know.
gets stuck in
He was
everything.
dumb. He was dumb.
No.
Winnie the Pooh was dumb.
He was a dumb
Gino,
fucking
is that
bear.
also why you're only wearing a top and no pants?
Yes, because
You're going full Winnie the Pooh?
I'm pretty sure paleo means you live as Winnie the Pooh lived.
Poolio?
I'm going
You're
full
going
Poolio.
Poolio?
Yeah. I am hanging around with a 9-year-old boy named Christopher.
I think
a lot
that's-
of weird looks.
I think that's
I should get
appropriate.
pants.
And a donkey and a tiger?
I have such a long, thin dick that not a lot of people even see it. Like, you know,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's almost like two-dimensional.
yes, it's like fruit by the foot.
Okay.
Welcome
Again,
back.
Again,
Welcome
I am
back.
This is
sorry,
your fault.
female
You know
listeners.
who
You
you're sitting
started
across
it.
from.
You started it with
I-
pre-cum.
You're talking the
Beg-
talking tang
I
and the
beg
most
your indulgence. This is
bisexual
the-
intern you have.
I apologize greatly. And Jason
Are you still
Mantzoukas-
on Ashley Madison?
I am still on Ashley Madison.
You're not married. What are you doing on there?
Well, I'm looking to wreck homes.
Looking to just get in there and
Yeah.
destroy some people's lives?
I have a very specific fetish where I like to be fucking someone and have them accidentally call me their partner's name.
Right.
It's very
Is this-
difficult to arrange.
Is this due to your home life growing up with your different dads and all
With
that?
growing up with just a home in a broken home.
And your home
My-
was literally broken.
Yeah, it is. It's
like
split.
physically broken in half.
Lightning struck the middle and it opened up, and now I live in a giant V where you have to leap across a chasm to get from my bedroom to the bathroom.
a chasm.
Chasm.
A chasm.
That's how you
Is that
say
not-
it. That's how you say it in Long Island.
Oh yeah, it's a chasm. You get it.
Yeah.
It's a schism or a chasm.
And we have another guest on the show. This is a unique opportunity. I believe the two of you know each other,
Yeah.
actually, Gino. So you can continue to talk during this segment if you
Okay,
like.
that's fine. We know each other. I won't talk because I'm an intern, but we'll see.
Right. The aforementioned podcast, musical semicolon comedy, is
Musical semicolon theater.
theater. Sorry, although that's a good spinoff too. Musical semicolon.
Stop giving them
comedy.
ideas that don't feature me.
Why? How do you know this wouldn't feature you?
Oh, that's fair.
It could.
It
I don't know much about
Do you
comedy.
need to yawn?
Sorry, I was
Directly into the microphone?
I thought I was going
it's
to, and then I
contagious.
didn't.
Oh, those are contagious.
My sincerest
Oh
apologies.
my god! Oh boy!
He sincerely apologized. Cut him some fucking slack.
He is the host of that podcast, which I just mentioned, and
That's what he's most famous for.
And nothing else.
And he had a birthday about a month ago as well. He shares a birthday with Stephen Sondheim, and the aforementioned Lin-Manuel Miranda was celebrating it on Twitter as well.
Oh, I got to check it out.
Yeah, so please welcome Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Yeah.
Yes, hello. Scotrick.
Yes.
Why did you have to mention Stephen Sondheim?
Well, I just find it interesting. You are both very accomplished in your certain field of work, and you share a birthday.
Yes, one rightfully so accomplished, the other accidentally. Just because we share a birthday doesn't mean you have to bring it up at every blasted turn.
I'm so sorry, but I just wonder if there's anything about March 22, 322, that lends
Do you mean
itself-
22-3?
Sorry, yes, of course. That lends itself to being good at the art of musical semicolon theater.
Well, let's see. You have two examples of people who've gone into the theatrical arts. One, very good. One, considered good by some. So I would say the jury's still out, dear boy.
Which are you?
Which is which?
How dare you?
Which one's a lord, is what I would say.
Hey, Lord Andrew Lloyd Webber, please put away your sword. I don't know.
Well, why do they give me the blasted thing?
Welcome back to the show, Lord Webber. It's so great to see
Thank
you.
you, Scotrick. It feels as if quite some time since I've
It
seen
has
you.
been quite a while.
How long would you say? And why haven't you asked me to be on the program in all that time?
I am so sorry.
Who has been here in my absence?
We've had so many. We've had a gentleman who's a rapper. We've had this guy, Big Chunky Bubbles, keeps coming back.
The entertainer?
Yeah.
Oh, I adore him.
You do?
Yes, of course. Haven't you ever seen his act?
No, he just describes it.
Please. He makes these. There's no other way to describe it. Big, chunky bubbles.
Yes, we know. He's
out of
talking-
soup, stews, and chowders.
One wonders when he comes on the show why he doesn't actually make some of them. He's never done that.
That sounds
He
amazing.
just described them.
It's a visual medium, dear boy. Why would he?
Well, I have eyes.
Is that why I had to run out and buy all that chowder the other day?
No, I think that was a different reason.
Okay, that's the Yo Is This Racist guy just slamming chowder during his podcast.
Because what's better on a hot day than some hot chowder?
Oh, yeah.
Hot, thick clam chowder.
Nothing like nuking a can of chowder and then holding it in a glove.
Comedy Bang Bang, brought to you by Pre-Cum and Chowder.
Oh, God. You like that one, Andrew Lloyd Webber?
Pre-chowder.
Well, I'm not immune to the job of
Clam cum
getting a
chowder.
little racy with the boys.
What if before you made
It's a
some
bit
chowder,
ribbled.
there was just like a thinner layer of chowder? It was pre-chowder.
All right, that will do.
It's pre-chowder and then you add the clams, and then it becomes.
And don't get me wrong, there's clams in the pre-chowder.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
sure.
got to
Well,
be careful. If you
depending.
eat the pre-chowder, it has clams.
Depending on
Be
if
careful.
You, if
Be
you if you
careful.
made a batch very soon before, then
Yeah.
there may be a little clam.
Oh, there's definitely still some clams in there.
So hello, Andrew Lloyd Webber. You're
There's
just
not- you don't have more?
no, I don't know.
Are you
more.
certain?
Yeah, no,
I
we're
could
done on
keep
this.
going, but it seems like Scott wants to stop
No, we're
talking
done.
about
We're
it.
done. We're done. Lord Webber, what
Sometimes you have to fill the can up with piss to wash all the chowder out.
With piss. Sometimes you need to fill the can up with piss.
if this is your first time listening,
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Welcome to the
Bye
best
forever.
episode of the
Oh,
show.
I'm going to check out this show. I wonder what episode 499 is like.
Lord Webber, what are you up to? What are you doing here?
Well, it's a bit embarrassing. I didn't realize that. Now, what's that? Why?
See?
What is
See?
this?
I'm sorry. I'm
What's
being,
the deal,
I'm being
man?
contrary.
Why?
You're in this mode where you're being bawdy with your young boyfriend.
Oh, you missed it. A muffin exploded in his face,
Yeah.
so it altered his
He got
behavior.
bukkakied by breakfast earlier in the week, and it's now trying to really overcompensate.
Under no circumstances, tell me this story.
This is what's going on with my lip here.
I don't see any. You grimaced at me like a sickly wolf.
That was legit a snarl, I
It
believe.
was a snarl.
It's a face when you do it, it's a face you otherwise never make,
Yeah.
which is interesting
Well,
to
who
see
would
someone
make
make a
that
face
face?
that they otherwise never make.
That's true. Who
Yeah.
would ever make that face?
I
That's
agree.
true. What face have I never seen you make?
I don't know. Let's see.
I've seen that.
I've seen that one.
I've seen
Yeah,
that one.
damn it.
Yeah.
That was when you were trying to make a bunch of pancakes in time for the kids who were
Pancake
visiting.
Festival?
Yeah. The pancake festival you throw in your house.
Honestly,
I gotta get
that
invited
got
to
shut
next year.
down.
Yeah, that
That
makes
got
sense.
shut down. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a real
Too
Christopher
bad.
Robin
Did you have a
situation.
comedy tent going on in there?
Yes, I had a comedy tent. It was poorly run.
But it was close to the music.
Surprising.
It was close to the music tent at least, so that
Yeah, you
everything
could
was
hear
nearly
everything.
inaudible.
Yeah.
Which is what I want in my comedy. I want to be outside,
Yep.
uncomfortable,
Yeah.
hot, and not able to hear it.
Lord Webber, you ever do a music festival?
I've done several music festivals.
Which
of
ones?
course. Well, let's see. Coachella.
Are there musical festivals? Are there festivals where multiple
Yeah.
musicals are going on multiple stages all the time?
That would be amazing. Like Hamilton is top billed on,
Yep.
on Saturday.
But if you
know?
get there early enough, you can see Miss Saigon and then all the others. I don't know any
all
of them.
the others,
all the others.
We did do one on the Isle of Wight, and it was a very ambitious idea. And the main problem was we had several stages set up with musicals happening concurrently.
Yeah.
And
Sure.
The noise was deafening.
I would assume so.
You could not. It was unpleasant to attend any singular performance, and there was so much noise it killed all the birds.
no.
Whoa.
Yes.
Was this during something like Stomp? Was Stomp there?
Of course, Stomp was there.
Was Blue Man Group there?
Blue Man Group was there. Bring in the noise. Bring in
What
Da
about
Funk.
Defunk? Oh, Defunk was there.
Okay.
Both were there.
A musical theater festival, that's a lot of massage circles.
I feel like that show, if it were just like bring in both Denoise and Defunk, it would be a better
Well,
title.
you can't have them brought in at the same time, dear boy.
Really?
You must bring them in one at a time.
Separately.
Oh yeah, they can't be together.
I see.
If you've never seen the show, in the first act, they bring in Denoise, and then they take an intermission, and
And they say, by the way, come back.
come back because we're bringing in Defunk.
Yeah.
Denoise will remain.
They in the old when the show first opened, Denoise had to vacate the building. Wow! Before Defunk was brought in.
Really?
Yes.
Due to
Well,
zoning? or-
Denoise, I had read, there's a great book about this. I had read that Denoise thought that he was the star of the show.
Ah.
And when he found out that Defunk was coming in after
was
him,
the headliner.
he was not happy.
was-
Denoise was told that the name of the program was Bring in Denoise.
Yes.
Full stop.
Correct. And it wasn't until he saw a poster on the subway that he realized he'd been duped.
And the person said, "You didn't let me finish."
That's exactly right.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
Bring in the noise, semicolon, bring in the funk.
What was this festival called, Lord Weber? It seems so interesting. I mean, it seems a festival like that. I would love to go to it.
It was called
On the Isle, it was. You said it was
The
on
Isle of
Isle of
Wight.
Wight.
Isle of Wight. It was called.
Yes.
I get emotional when I think about it.
Oh, of course.
okay, you're-
I could
it was
see
such
you recollecting.
It was such a wonderful idea. Pardon me.
It was your idea as
It
well?
was not my idea.
Whose
It was-
idea was it?
It was the idea of every one of us who composed musical theater. We all banded together for the
Sondheim?
first time. Yes, he was there, of course. Stephen Sondheim, Kander and Ebb, Rogers and Hammerstein, every surviving person at that time. And if they had not survived to that point, their robot doubles were there.
They're
So you've got like
Moon over Parador.
This was
a robot,
1975.
George and Ira Gershwin.
That's correct.
Jerome Kern.
Irving Berlinbot was there.
Did you guys do Moving Out, the Billy Joel jukebox
This
musical?
this predated that.
I see.
Also, there were no juking box musicals present.
You don't like those?
Oh,
I do
interesting.
not.
Oh my heavens!
You cannot just
together.
cobble together.
Like a common
what if I
cobbler.
said this on the record. If you
Which
take
record?
The record where I give my thoughts and feelings. Haven't you purchased that
I have
album?
not
It's
purchased
called
it.
Andrew Lloyd
Is it
Webber
a-
himself.
It's a 45.
correct.
Is it a 45?
Oh no, it's double album. Double LP.
Well,
It's
by
called
the way-
Andrew Lloyd Webber himself. I sit on a chair on a stage alone.
Is it like Three Sides Live?
3 sides live. I just talk about whatever comes into my mind, my feelings on things.
By the way, you should do this.
We should sell this.
You should do a double album of just.
I'm saying I've already
Yes,
done
you-
it.
you have done it.
Perhaps a bit
You
of it
have done
survives
it.
somewhere.
So, sure.
I don't know if
You
the
should
entire thing survives
reprint it
anywhere.
as
We
well.
really should put out a special edition of this.
180 gram vinyl. Come on.
What? A what?
Just very high quality vinyl.
He's a cokehead.
You just give me that. You give me that record, and we'll listen to it.
I didn't realize you were a cokehead.
Oh
now.
yeah, man, I'm super into cocaine now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's brand new in my life.
Oh, that's so crazy.
I just discovered.
Just
it.
in
How
your
are you
40s.
finding it?
It's terrific. I'm getting a lot.
It's wonderful,
done.
isn't it?
Wow.
I'm getting a lot done. I've registered a whole bunch of new domain names.
Oh, that's smart. That's a good moneymaker.
Well, take us through at least 15 of them.
Okay, Scott Aukerman is a piece of shit.
Oh, no, I don't want any of these.
You can get,
I'd like to hear
Scott
a couple.
Aukerman as a piece of shit .ninja now.
Really?
Yeah,
Is Dot Ninja a thing?
.ninja is a thing. I heard it on Reply All.
Oh my God! Of course.
I think I also heard you there.
That's probably true, Gino.
So, Andrew Lloyd Webber, what was the name of this festival again?
The name of the festival. You'll forgive me.
Okay, you're forgiven.
It was called A Perfect Evening Surrounded by Water.
Wow.
By the way, that sounds amazing.
That's a great
It
festival.
was an aspirational title, of course. That's what we thought it was going to be.
You thought it was going to be a perfect
A
evening.
perfect evening.
It's almost like you
surrounded
jinxed
by
yourself.
water.
And then
Robert
the
Durst,
birds.
jinx.
So every one of the shows started at the same time.
We've used two.
Are you okay?
You mentioned Robert Durst. It's a trigger for me.
Oh, I see.
I burp anytime I hear. I do apologize.
We've used two usages of the word jinx.
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
You jinxed yourself and a jinx.
and we had a jinx.
You had like a
Please
classic.
stop saying.
sorry. God, I've never heard you belch before.
It's never happened in public.
You did it, Gino. They figured you out.
Killed them all, of course.
So you thought it
Are
was
you
going to
guys
be.
still doing your Jinx remake?
We are writing
Your
the-
shot for
Shot for shot remake
fictional
of that
Jinx remake. Taking the documentary and
of
turning
the
it.
unlucky documentary, we
Yes.
call it.
That's really that. I love that as a move.
Yeah, Gus Van Zant's going to direct it. We think.
Perfect. He's the shot for shot guy.
When you see Jehoshaphat as the titular Jinx,
Oh, my God.
As the Jinx.
Why are you working on
He's-
something that makes you belch this
He's
much?
the Jinx.
because it's worth it. I do it for the artistry. Art must be challenging.
ALW, are you writing songs into this Jinx?
Yes. I am.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry. This is the line that's been crossed?
Yes.
Why are you wanting him to stop? We're having a great time.
I know,
I'm sorry. Did you want to talk about pre-cum again?
No, I'm enjoying. I mean,
Do you want to talk about getting a hot load of egg on your face?
you've turned this now into something that it was not.
Mission accomplished,
You weren't,
George W.
you
Bush.
weren't blowing an egg sandwich until it exploded all over your face and burned you?
You shouldn't have told us anything about your personal life.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Next time I'll just keep it close to the chest.
Number 4.
The Morzooksnik interruption. And this is Jason Mantzoukas and Nick Kroll and myself all being ourselves. A lot of times when Nick comes by, he'll do characters. He was just himself this time.
That's right.
Now, why do you need to be a character when you have the return of one of the most classic Comedy Bang Bang characters of all time since the beginning of, since the early days of doing this show, Seth Morris, the return of Bob Duca.
Sure.
The return of Bob Duca. Bob Duca,
How long had it been?
it had been a while. It had been something that I had written to Seth periodically every 3 months or so over a couple of years and said, hey, maybe time for Duca to come back. And Seth always had something going on. He was working on Bajillion. He was a writer on Bajillion.
That's right. And director.
And director, that's right. He's a great director. And the timing never really worked out. But he was always saying, I want to. And the fans wanted him to come back.
They got Duca Delirium.
The very first time he did it on the podcast, I was saying like, hey, you know, basically I'd had on people like yourself doing impressions of famous people. And it was kind of like a show where it was a variety show, but about interviewing famous people, real famous people and fake famous people. And so if I would ever have a non-famous person on there, I would say like, maybe there's a reason why you're on it. Like maybe you're my stepdad or something. Right. And so we made him my stepdad on the show just to give me a reason to be talking to him in those early days.
Right.
Anyway, it's a fascinating character, and one thing that he does is he does these lists where he comes and he brings these lists, and this was a great one, and it was great. Immediately upon release of this episode, people were so happy that Bob Duca was back, and he had another great list. So let's hear a little bit of it. This is episode 511, your choice for number 4. This is the Morzooksnik interruption, episode number 4.
Number 4.
Who's someone just walked in?
me,
Excuse me, we're taping a show.
Prodigal ex-stepfather has returned.
What?
Scott, it's me.
Bob Duca?
Oh my God, Bob!
Hey, Bob.
I was attacked by a back on the way here.
Bob, I'm stunned.
How are you, me boy?
I haven't seen you.
It's been a long time.
In years.
And I apologize for that.
Bob, I'm sorry, everyone out there. This is my ex-stepfather. He was married to my mother for 6 months, Gloria.
Basically, father, deep father figures. I'm here to fill that father-sized hole in your heart.
Well, you haven't been filling it recently. I haven't seen you in
and I can
so
explain.
long.
I can explain. I've been out of commission for quite a while. It turns out I'm suffering from an ursine dementia and combination grizzly depression where I hibernate for many years at a time.
Wow.
An ursine? What's an ursine?
It's a bear.
Yeah.
So it's a combination between an ursine and a grizzly.
Ursine dementia.
Yes.
Grizzly depression.
Grizzly depression. Oh my gosh. So you
So you suffer from UDGD.
Correct.
That sounds unbearable.
I heard a whole thing on NPR about Ugg Dug, and it is brutal.
I mean, we were in Uggy Duggy for a while. Now we're tip deep in
We're
Octy
Daddy,
Doggy.
and Daddy Duggy.
It sounds unbearable.
Did it? Oh, Nick. Did it come upon you very suddenly? You didn't leave a note? You didn't let anyone know where you were going?
It did come on me suddenly. Quite suddenly. And before I knew,
Did it come on you forcefully?
It did, and it made me think it was my fault.
So you just disappeared one day.
I did.
We had plans.
We did have plans. We were going to play catch, but I was scared
Right.
Why?
of him throwing something at me.
Well, then why make a plan to play catch? Do
Because
something
it's
else.
what fathers do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I never had a father to play catch with me, and I mean, I did, but and we did.
So,
Well, that's confusing.
if you had to have a catch, what ball would be the least frightening to you?
Probably a tape ball, like a piece of tape wadded up.
Oh, like,
Because
what
that
about a
way
Nerf
it would-
ball? What about a Nerf, like those soft Nerf balls?
That'll just go right into me and mold into me.
You have very, very soft skin and
Very
organs.
porous skin.
Yes, I've been diagnosed with kitchen sponge skin. Kitchen sponge skin.
Kitchen sponge skin?
Kitchen sponge skin. It stinks after about a day.
But you can run it through
And
the
it's
microwave.
constantly
Or
moist.
you can run it through a microwave
You can run it through a
to
microwave,
kill the bacteria.
but somehow that bacteria keeps coming back.
That's why they call it bacteria.
I don't understand.
That also explains how, because your back, I can see a little bit of your back, is very coarse.
Yeah, it's like a
and
Brillo.
thicker.
It's like a Brillo.
It's like a
like if you were
like
to
a
clean a
scrubby.
Brillo.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like a
Classic case of
scrub-
Brillo back.
Do you mind?
You got a Brillo back.
Yeah. I was a pot washer in college and had no idea.
Oh wow.
Oh wow! So you were gone.
I was
you
gone
never
for quite a while, and I figured what. So Ursine dementia and grizzly depression are just symptoms of a larger issue that I was having. Turns out I was suffering from male menopause.
What exactly is? I've heard of female menopause. Very just.
Well, menopause, it's a similar thing.
I've heard anecdotal.
Isn't that what
men
you
reach
said
a
your
certain
favorite
age.
porn category is?
I mean, maybe.
Young man, I hope you're not watching pornography.
Look, Bob. I'm not a young man.
After this is over,
correct you.
I am going to make you watch all the pornography until you've got it out of your system.
Okay, fine. Let's make a date to do that. That would be.
Let's just do that right now.
Yeah. No, Bob. I want to hear about male menopause.
Male
What
menopause.
Exactly, what
Well,
is this?
I looked up the symptoms, and I have every one of these.
Oh no.
The following
What are the symptoms?
are just some of the symptoms of male menopause.
Male menopause.
Weight gain, incontinence, bloating, depression, disturbing memory lapses, disturbing prolapses, breast pain, titty ache, nipple throb, strep pecs, areola ebola, irritability, hot flashes, warm flushes, cold squishes, night sweats, day sweats, mid-morning armpit pisses, afternoon dewipes, irregular periods, loss of libido, urethral dryness, deep vein thrombosis, main vein thrombosis, painful tromboners, ska band horn section infection, changes in body odor, tingling extremities, including, or also known as Sprite fingers, soda stream feet, and bubble dick. I have each and every one of those systems.
All of those.
So it can only be male menopause.
One thing I should tell the listeners who haven't, I mean, you haven't been here in so long. We have so many new listeners. My ex-stepfather, Bob, a bit of a hypochondriac. I mean, we talked about Jason being one.
Sure.
But you
Self-diagnosed hypochondriac.
although you tend to get the things that you diagnose.
It's called hypochondria with a coexisting illness of manifestation disease.
Yeah, it's
Right.
like instead of the secret, it's like the secret.
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
Wow.
Does that make sense?
It does, yeah.
Sure.
Not funny, but it makes sense.
Oh,
Very funny.
it makes very much sense.
So that's a lot that you're dealing with.
It's a lot that I'm dealing with. and
Bubble dick especially has got to be very.
Main vein thrombosis.
Yes, these are all. Believe me,
Does
it makes
it
it
make it
hard
hard
to go
to
to the
drain it?
YMCA.
Oh,
to drain my main vein
Yeah.
thrombosis.
Does that
Absolutely.
is it hard?
Well, you have to go. Each county has a different registered main vein thrombosis drainage center.
Okay.
Right.
You have to register there.
Now, do they have those centers all over in all 50 states?
Most of them are at KOA campgrounds.
Okay, so
So
would
if
they
you
have
see
to-
me lying crotch down at a KOA campground next to where the RVs dump their sewage, it's a medical procedicture.
Okay.
you are
don't
draining the
disturb
main
me.
vein thrombosis?
Yes.
Right.
Exactly.
Wow.
If your thrombosis center is rocking, it means you're
I'm
Knockin',
splashing.
rockin'?
Yeah.
knocking.
Well, Bob, this is. I mean, I guess
I'm
I
getting through it.
I guess I should forgive you for
Please do.
For being gone and standing me up that day. You're obviously dealing with a lot. So.
I am dealing with a lot, but I am trying to deal with it the best way I can. And I was recently put on a new series of antidepressant medications.
Oh, well, good. How's it working for you? I mean,
I'm glad you asked.
What are you taking?
It's so ironic that you asked that because I happen to have a list.
Of the cocktail of drugs that you're currently taking?
The cocktail of drugs that I'm currently taking.
Oh, okay. So you're going to read what drugs you're taking?
Yes, if I may.
In list form? Mm-hmm. So this is a list, then, of the drugs you're taking?
I don't know if it's so much a list as it is a column of one words at a time.
Okay, well, hey, I'll take them as I can get them.
And are these
The following
Okay.
are medical pills that are helping me through my male menopause and deep, deep depression. Prozac, Zoloft, Effexor, It Works All, Buspar, Gary Buspar, Abilify, Aptazutazetapan, Lexapro, Lexa Amateur, Wellbutrin, Elavil, Alcoholazole, Marijuanzanor, Master Beta Carotene, Netflix Benjamals, Luvux, Hugsall, Cuddle Right, Warm Fuzzoline, Selectia, Conflictan, Inner Warzaline, St. John's Wort, St. Vincent Zit, St. Bernardicals, Martin Scarelli Jelly Beans, and Robert Downey Jr. Mints. And they're helping. They're helping.
It's
You have to
helping,
find the right combination, the right dosage.
Yeah, all of that. Wow, and even just the inaccurate dosage on one of those.
I will jump off the nearest bridge.
What is the nearest bridge?
It's near a kiddie pool, so fortunately it works out.
Oh, okay.
Are the Martin Shkreli jelly beans expensive, or are they?
They're very, very expensive. Yeah, the price shot up recently. I don't know why.
Right. Well, this is. I mean, I'm glad it's helping, Bob, because I worry about you. My mother doesn't really.
Does she ask? Oh,
no, she doesn't ask about you anymore. I mean, we presumed you were dead. Quite honestly,
that's a safe bet.
It really is. Like 90% of the time, any day.
For those years that I was
bet. hibernating
like a bear, people thought I was dead.
How long? Like, is this like a Rip Van Winkle scenario? Have you been asleep for years? Like,
are you a time traveler, or did you age appropriately?
Well, I'm a time traveler in the sense that I get really depressed, I go to sleep, and then it's 4 years later.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
So in that sense, yes.
Yes.
Right.
Huh.
Did you eat a bunch to prepare for your hibernation?
Yes.
What do you? Yeah. What does one eat when one knows?
It's funny you should ask.
Just stumbled on that one.
Prior to my most recent hibernation, I was trying a different diet to deal with some of my anxieties. Scott, as you know, I've suffered with from body image issues and dietary.
Describe your body for those. I mean, a lot of people are newcomers to you, Bob. What exactly does your
Visually
body?
speaking.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if anybody has been near an industrial mayonnaise factory. And they have the sacks of rejected mayonnaise baking out in the sun in the back alley.
Oh, yeah, I've seen
Basically, you put a hat on that, you got yourself Bob Duke.
A rejected mayonnaise sack?
Mm-hmm.
A rancid mayonnaise nightmare.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is how you would describe your body.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Did you say ejectly?
I did not, but that's a good one. Mm-hmm. But anyway, my spiritual nutritionist put me on a diet. The philosophy of Sri Bhavana Bogdanovich employs it's derived from the idea that you are what you eat. Now, if you consume unhealthy foods, you will be an unhealthy person. You consume processed foods filled with preservatives, you will be shallow and live a long time. If your diet is high in sugar, you will be superficially dynamic but lack substance. And if you eat cat food, you will hate mice and think you're better than human beings. This is an easy concept to understand.
Yes.
What Sri Bhavana Banana has done is develop a dietary system that emphasizes not just how we feel physically, but how we feel emotionally. So she put me on a diet to make me feel special, unique. It's the endangered species diet. And
the endangered species diet, where you're only eating endangered species?
Correct. Only as a way to feel special because you are what you eat.
I see. Okay,
But
I see.
that would also make you endangered.
That I hadn't done that part of the math.
But
Yeah.
You are what you eat. If you're eating endangered species, mustn't you then be yourself endangered?
Well, that's not what we focus on. What we focus on is what's special.
Are you
about
being
them.
hunted right now, Bob? Do you think?
I will say that bok was human sized.
yeah.
Okay.
And had a crossbow.
Did you see Foghorn Leghorn outside?
There are poachers outside right
Yeah.
now. And they all do look like southern roosters.
This is a problem. This is going to be a
Okay.
problem.
Well, let's not get sidetracked too much. Yeah.
Yeah, what are some of the endangered species that you're eating?
Okay. May I read them to you in list form?
Are you going to read all of these simultaneously, these words, or one after the other?
How are they? And how are they?
Do them all simultaneously. That would be
How
tough.
are they presented?
How are they presented?
Yeah, on the page.
Is it alphabetical, or is it in terms of what you eat most to least, least to most?
Or is it in
It's in the
pure
order
random
that I eat these every morning.
Got it.
okay.
Gotcha.
So this is only what you eat in the morning, or from morning until?
This is just the morning.
Got it.
Okay, let's hear this list.
The following is a column of words that put together make up my endangered species diet. Bobcat eggs, tiger bacon, bush viper pancakes, a daily bowl of seahorses, star-nosed mole on gluten-free crackers, peacock sausage, white dolphin skewers, ginger fingers, bald eagle sliders, Great Barrier Reef beef, black Irish cold cuts, panda shank, silverback mountain gorilla vanilla, 3-bean orangutan, chimp biscuits, limp biscuits, Fred Durst.
Really?
He's endangered?
Wow.
Just you haven't heard much from him, really.
How much longer
I
does he
think
have?
there's only one left on Earth.
Yep.
He's
Bluefin tuna.
known as Earth's Durst.
I have to start over now.
Okay, no, please. Jason will be quiet.
Bluefin tuna, big eye tuna, albacore tuna, 9/11 joke too soon tuna, hippopotamus, narwhal nuts, cob salad with southern rockhopper penguin replacing the chicken, capybara's fat replacing the bacon, and 3-toed sloth replacing the lettuce. Arctic fox quesadilla, Portuguese water dog, giraffe browns, helper monkey stew, quadruplets, left-handed people, people with that David Bowie different colored eye thing, Christian rock songs that actually rock, gay racists, fat vegans, and tan goths.
Wow.
Holy cow.
And let me point out, this is selective cannibalism. I do not, it's non-lethal cannibalism.
But you are eating human flesh, Bob.
Pieces of human flesh, yes.
Wow.
Just like the royal family is reported to do if you follow some
But
conspiracy
if
theories.
this is...
And you do. That's a lot to eat.
Only
in
the
morning.
true ones.
Yeah, that's how much are these all portions? Are these like cubed out? Like how much of these things?
Are these on like toothpicks on a platter, or what's this deal?
Actually, it's just like it's like toothpicks at a cocktail party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on a platter. Yeah.
like
Yeah,
how they used to present like a Swedish meatball?
It's not on a platter. It's on a flat silver disc.
That's what we call a platter, actually.
No, this is-
It's a reflective silver.
Sure.
Like a tray.
Well, sort of, but it's round.
A platter, I think.
Trays
have you
are
never?
rectangles.
Have you? Oh, okay. Have you never
You
seen a
Trey
platter
Parker?
before?
Yeah.
Trey Parker as well.
In a way, human beings are rectangles.
What I do is every morning I have a bunch of old mops with wigs on that I pretend are people at a cocktail party.
Of course.
Then we have these platters, as you call them.
Okay, see, I think they are platters now.
No, they're trays. What did I say? And then I consume this at my breakfast.
Do you cook all of these things, or are
No.
these meant to be eaten raw?
They're meant to be cooked.
Oh,
but you
do
eat
not.
them raw.
That's right. I'm out of Bunsen burner. The
Sterno?
Sterno.
Yeah.
I'm out of
Bunsen
Sterno.
burner Sterno.
Bunsen burner Sterno starred in one of my favorite sitcoms.
Which one? I'm not remembering.
Head of the class.
Balky. He played Balky.
Oh, yes.
and
Bunsen Burno.
Perfect Sternos.
Perfect Sternos, exactly.
That was the original name for Party Down.
Was it
Yeah.
really?
perfect Sternos?
Yeah.
That was produced by Jonathan Sterno, I think.
Well, this Bob, I'm glad you're back on a great diet and medication.
You do not look healthy.
You look
like sallow.
Feel my cheek. It's my heartbeat.
Oh yeah.
Your heart's all the way up in your cheek now.
Yeah.
You look unwell. I don't want to listen. It's been a while since I've seen you, Bob. I don't want to speak out of turn, but I don't think this diet is working.
Yeah.
You seem very unhealthy.
No. These are just the toxins leaving my body.
Yeah, I actually think Bob looks grape.
Thank you.
In that he looks like the color of a green grape.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
You look jaundiced.
Thank you.
Sallow and jaundiced.
That's humans.
And your
coloring has kind of taken on the qualities of camouflage.
And
it's
your
all like
kitchen's-
green and gray.
Your sponge skin is dry.
I hide from the poachers. I hide in hayfields quite a bit.
Okay.
So the jaundice helps, and the dry.
The dryness seems to make you be curling inward a little bit.
Yeah.
They
You
call
have
me
like opposite of scoliosis.
right.
Uh-huh.
Frontosis.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because everybody knows scoli is Latin
back.
for back.
Yeah.
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 And
yet-
fronty
and yet- and you're-
is Latin for the front.
Of course, these are very simple things to understand, of course.
But I will say your skull is looking bigger.
Yes.
Thank you.
I mean, it's
most of my skull
poking-
is fontanelle.
Because you do have scoliosis, right?
Yeah.
Which gives you a head the size of skull.
And you also have
What are the
scoliosis
X-Files?
because you've been watching the X-Files a lot. Yes, they do.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you. I have scoliosis because I can't fly a plane.
Oh,
right,
That's
yeah.
Sully.
That's Sully,
Sullenberger.
And some might say he flew it very well and saved hundreds of lives.
Yeah, it's almost.
Sure.
And got a big head as a result.
Yeah. You know who wouldn't say
Scoliosis.
that? You know
That
who
is-
wouldn't say that? Who? Birds.
Oh,
Yeah, I mean, he's been on the show many times and does not like birds. Your skull is poking out of your skin at places. It's almost as if you have horns.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Have you made any deals lately?
Deals? What a strange thing to ask, Jason. Have you made any deals?
It's funny you should ask. It's always been my dream to play blues guitar.
Okay.
Oh, wait, no.
And recently, while
You were in the Mississippi Delta?
I was near New Orleans.
At the Crossroads?
It did happen. No, it wasn't a crossroads. It's just a place where four roads come together.
That's
Crossroads.
Bob, I have terrible news. That is a crossroads.
No.
As long as you didn't meet anybody at the crossroads,
Like some
we're
kind of
fine.
stranger.
We're
Oh, I
fine.
did. I
You
did.
did? Oh, no.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Did that person offer you any kind of deal?
Well, he was a very friendly person, and I told him that my life hadn't worked out the way I wanted, that I'd always dreamed of playing blues guitar in the Mississippi Delta. And he said, how much he wanted. I said, so bad. Uh-huh. And he did promise that in exchange for my soul, I could have this wish.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand what that means to trade your soul?
And what it means is that I have a friend
Oh, Bob,
Yeah.
named Bill.
Okay.
Beelzebub.
Yeah. Beelzebub?
Beelzebub was his name.
Yeah.
I think he must work at a Build-A-Bear workshop or something like that. I'm not exactly sure.
Why do you think that?
Because the name sounds similar.
Oh, you think
So Bill sounds very close to build?
build? And you think as a result, that must be where he works. Because people
It's just
only
standard
work.
deduction.
People only
I
work.
just applied Oscar's razor to it.
Okay.
Oh, no. So I think
okay.
you mean, it doesn't matter.
So are you able to play guitar now?
Well, I don't have a guitar here, but I have been working on the singing.
Yeah, let me see the fingering in the.
Splish, splash in the deep old bath.
Oh no.
Splish, splash in the big old bath.
All right,
around about.
Number 3.
This is your episode number 3. This is from December 12th of 2016.
Oh, my
Now, we've
God.
talked about the eligibility period is Thanksgiving to Thanksgiving. This is the earliest episode to make the countdown.
Wow.
This is the 2016 Holiday Spectacular.
Now, those are fun always.
I was writing down the names of the people who were on this episode, and quite honestly, I had forgotten how many people are on this episode.
There are a lot of people.
This is maybe the most people who have ever been on a Comedy Bang.
Let me see if I can remember who they played.
Okay. Jason Mantzoukas,
Himself.
Rhea Butcher,
Herself.
John Gabrus. These have all been softballs so far.
If I remember correctly, he did Gino.
Mike Hanford? The hay salesman?
Did he do the Hay Salesman? No, he did John Lennon.
He did John Lennon. What did you do?
Let's get back to me.
Okay, we'll get back to you. Neil Campbell?
Oh, wait. I was L.A. Peterson, the smooth criminal.
You were L.A. Peterson, a.k.a. the smooth criminal. Neil Campbell.
Neil Campbell was the Timekeeper?
Maxwell Keeper, the Timekeeper, yes. Tawny Newsome and Tim Baltz.
They were the Urbanski brothers?
Yes, Gary and Ron Urbanski. Will Hines.
Will Hines was Frosty the Snowman?
Yes, you do remember. Ryan Gaul.
Ryan Gaul was Norm Hamer.
Norm Hamer, of
Spell
course.
Hammer.
Drew Tarver.
Keith.
Keith, yes, Keith Jones. Jeremy Rowley.
Ming.
Zeke Nicholson.
Bonequeef.
No, Dr. Green.
Fuck!
Dr. Green. James Adomian.
Oh, who was he on the Christmas show? Was he Jesse Ventura?
He was Jesse Ventura, yes. And rounding it out, we have Brendan Small.
Oh. Was he Victor and Tiny?
Victor, Tiny, and Willie.
And Willie, yeah.
All three of them. Wow. That is the most stacked episode, I believe,
That's
of Comedy
nuts,
Bang
yeah.
Bang ever. When we put it out, I remember people saying, like, this has to be in the countdown at the end of the year. Normally, we've talked about it, the early episodes, people forget about, but this one has always been number 3, has always been up there. The top 3 are very close, but there were a few hundred, I believe, votes in between them, and so this has always been number 3. These are always fun. These are very chaotic episodes. They're very difficult for a person such as I to steer because everyone has great jokes and wants to talk at the same time.
That's right.
But they're always very fun to do, and I don't know exactly what clip we're going to listen to from it. I believe it may be a selection of different people talking, but let's hear a little bit of it. This is your episode number 3, the 2016 Holiday Spectacular.
Number 3.
You know what we should do is we should go Christmas caroling together.
That would be great.
You know, walk around a neighborhood, you know, just like sing the...
Wait, who's this?
Hello,
Who is that? Count me in?
Very handsome.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Wait, hello, sir. Can you step into the light? I can't quite tell who you are.
From the shadows.
Oh, he's got a headset mic on.
Stranger.
Well, this is the Howard Jones, a.k.a. Michael Jackson. No, Janet Jackson, a.k.a. Justin Bieber, depending on what generation you are.
You skip Britney Spears.
Oh, sorry, Britney Spears, depending on how old you are.
The link between Janet Jackson and Justin Bieber.
Who are you, sir? I still can't tell who you are.
Well, Scott, we've met many times before.
Sure, but I can't see you, and I can't tell by your voice.
Oh, and you're wearing big sunglasses and a floppy brimmed hat.
Forgive me, it's me, L.A. Peterson, the smooth
criminal!
Oh!
L.A. Peterson! Have you guys met L.A.?
I have
We
not.
have not met.
This is Jason Mantzoukas, you may know
pleasure.
from The League and The Dictator.
Please don't be. I'm going to remove my big floppy hat and sunglasses.
Okay.
Please don't be alarmed by my appearance.
It's almost like you were faking your death with that hat.
Well, wouldn't be the first time.
Sure, I know that.
As you can see, I am completely hairless.
Whoa.
Oh, wow.
You don't need to show us everything.
Like the alien on Fringe.
Yeah, put some of that back.
A fashion icon for me, personally.
This is, of course, intern Gino over here, Gino Lombardo. This is
I've
L.A.
never met
Peterson.
Smooth Criminal. I've seen the song, I've seen the lean, but I've never seen.
Yeah, do you do the lean from the video as well?
What video?
The Michael Jackson video. You know Michael Jackson, Janet's
I know
brother.
who Michael Jackson is or
Sure.
was.
He had a song called Smooth Criminal.
Did he really?
He did Alien Ant Farm, famously covered it.
It wasn't the other way around.
AAF
That's like-
covered a Michael Jackson song?
I genuinely feel like that's another band you are like going to try and convince
Nope.
me is good.
Nope. I like that one song. Maybe movies.
See?
All right.
Well, now I'm called the Smooth Criminal, of course, because
course.
I'm completely hairless and I'm wanted by the law.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Hence the disguise.
So you've never heard the song before?
I've never heard the song, but it sounds like it's right up my alley.
Okay, what about Dirty Diana? You ever hear that?
Love it.
Okay, it's the same album, I believe.
Oh, I guess I didn't listen all the way through.
Okay, you turned it
I
off?
skipped around.
Okay, okay.
Shuffle will fuck you that way. You miss a big single that way.
But speaking
What I would do was I had it on vinyl, and I would just do a random needle drop, just see where the album took.
in the middle of songs or after when songs were finished?
I have an uncanny ability to get it right on the track.
Wow. Speaking of right on the track, this is John Lennon, L.A. Peterson.
Hello.
Like the singer John Lennon?
Oh, I was a guitar player. Who sang?
Wait a minute. From the European rock band The Beatles?
That's right. Oh, you've probably heard some of my work.
Now, hold on a second. I feel like you're working my side of the street. Did you fake your own death, sir?
No. We went over this just a moment ago. I was I was dead.
No
before
need
you-
to catch me up.
But just in case somebody
I'll intuit it
just
for
in
context
case
clues.
a listener has just dropped the needle at this point in the podcast, we will repeat John Lennon's history.
We should do that throughout the show. Everyone repeat what they was just doing.
Anytime someone new comes in, let's keep them
let's
track.
back up to the beginning.
Just for those
Even
who
if they
might-
have vital information they're trying to get out, let's make sure that we catch everyone up.
And let's scream at them, so all at once.
And this is for our listeners who are listening to the podcast on vinyl.
But,
That's right.
I do have to say, this begs the question. Some may say even raises the question.
Some should say
I
that.
think we should probably just use braises.
Braises, yes, finally.
This red wine
it's like,
raises
It's
the
like
question.
brunch and broasting.
This broasts the question.
But this does roast the question.
Right.
Do people think that you faked your death?
Because
We've
I'm-
never talked about
I'm
that.
certainly thinking that.
I mostly, some people ask me that. And I'll say, how dare you?
Okay.
Do you think I would trick the American public or the European public? And, I'll say fuck you to that person.
What?
Right.
Wow.
And shove
Just
them.
like CeeLo?
I'll
Shove them?
I'll shove them onto the ground and I'll walk away.
What about the African public?
Well, them too.
Asian public.
Australian?
very
I
private.
think they're a little behind on the news.
Antarctic public?
That's right. The world public.
Wow.
Could have saved yourself some time.
No, I would never fake my death.
You would never do it.
Never.
But why'd you fake yours?
To get out of a long-term relationship.
Oh, smart.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah. Who was this? Or was her name Dirty Diana? I can't
Her
remember.
name was
what-
not Dirty Diana. Were you?
That's your
for
guess?
a moment. Were you under the impression her name was Dirty Diana?
I thought it might. I hoped it might be in
Her
order
name
to
of-
really have cohesion.
Her name, of course, was Carlifer.
Oh,
which was
Carlifer,
a
that's right.
Clumsy portmanteau of her father and mother's names.
I remember. This is my favorite part of the story. That you told her father that.
I told it to his face. He respected me for it.
Right. You'd had
Her
a few
father was
drinks.
Well, no. Her mother had several drinks.
Right.
Her mother, Jennifer, is a terrible drunk.
Terrible drunk.
Yeah.
Right. So you were
Gets
stone cold
drunk on
sober?
vermouth. I was stone cold sober.
Vermouth is a bad hangover,
It takes
by the way.
It's a terrible hangover.
Yeah. So now you were stone cold sober, and her father. How do you describe her father?
Well, he was a
Oh, my
sniveling.
God.
He's a sniveling worm. He's a spineless weakling. I have told this story literally every time we've met.
And I love it.
I was at dinner at my girlfriend's parents' house, and
Was she there too?
yes, she was there too.
So it was a foreign.
Yeah, she'd invited me.
When is this? Like
This was
how-
deep into the relationship. by the
Okay.
way, as
Yeah,
I
we'd
recall.
we'd been dating since college, and we'd been together for quite some time. And this was probably not long before I decided to fake my own death to get out of the relationship. I got cold feet, and we were at dinner at her parents' house. Her mother Jennifer in the kitchen, pretending to work on a roast, but secretly drinking her third bottle of vermouth. Carlifer was upstairs in the bedroom, making herself presentable for dinner.
So
It was just me.
it takes a while because third bottle of vermouth.
No,
Well,
that's
it
the
depends
mother.
depends how quickly you drink.
That's true. I mean, she may have started quite late into the.
If she takes a while to get ready, that could be why you thought her name was Dirty Diana, because she's got to clean it all off.
That's
and all
true.
that
That's a good
jazz.
point. Yeah.
Was
All that
Dirty-
jazz.
in
It
the-
could have been Roy
In the
Scheider.
song, was Dirty Diana literally covered in dirt?
I believe, right? She had like bugs buzzing around her, like a Peanuts cartoon.
This is a real song.
Wait. Like a Peanuts cartoon? You think that the actual cartoons have flies buzzing around them?
Yeah, you know when you watch TV and then that one character comes out and the flies are attracted to it, like the
Sure.
ring? Yeah.
Sure, but I thought you meant when you opened the Sunday paper that flies came out and were buzzing around the actual cartoon.
Yeah, that's
You
also the
think,
case.
you think the Peanuts cartoon is giving off flies?
some sort of stench.
I
or
do
odor.
only read the newspaper from the bottom of my dad's bird cage, so
Right.
that could be the reason why there's flies. There's also bird shit on far side, which works. It works right
It
in the
works
Los
for
Angeles.
most of the
How old are
cartoons.
these newspapers?
These are, I mean, who has modern newspapers? It's all iPads now.
That's true.
You get an iPad on the front
all
step every
iPads.
morning.
So Carlifer was getting ready, and
That's
what
right.
happened?
And I was in the living room with her father, Carl. Mm-hmm. And I asked him the origin of Carlifer's name, and he told me. And I was shaking his head.
Right.
I looked him straight in the eye, and I said, I find that to be a clumsy portmanteau. And he thanked me.
He thanked you.
Wow.
And what's odd to me was this is pretty deep into the relationship, as I recall, in our previous conversation. And this is the first time you ever thought to ask about the origins of her name.
I'd asked Carlifer, of course, but I wanted to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Did she?
Greetings.
What?
Wait
a minute.
Tick tock. Tick tock.
Who's this sad
Wait a minute.
fellow in the midnight blue Starfield cloak?
If I know that voice anywhere, and obviously I do right here.
Yes, 'tis I, the very Timekeeper.
Maxwell Keeper?
Yes.
Why are you crying?
Because I'm feeling misery.
Okay,
More
why are you
misery
feeling-
than Paul Sheldon.
Why are you feeling such misery?
Because everyone has been saying they can't wait for 2016 to be over.
Oh.
Everyone says this is the worst year. Everyone's blaming everything on the year.
Well, sure. I mean, David Bowie died. Prince died.
The guy who invented General Tso's chicken.
Some would say democracy. Oh, boy.
Yes, I've heard such a phrase.
Maxwell, aren't you excited, though, for 2017? That's a brand new 365 days.
No.
Okay, you've said it 3 times already. I get the
Nay.
picture. Okay, a different way of saying it.
5.
I say, as punishment for everyone blaming the year, we do 2016 over again.
Oh.
Next year we call it 2016.
Well, but we can't bring David Bowie back to life. We can't bring Prince back to life.
No, we
Fidel
can't.
Castro.
Oh, why are you crying the most about Fidel Castro?
I miss him.
Wait, are you from Cuba?
No, but I'm from Florida.
From Florida. That's true.
Yeah.
Northern Cuba, as they call it.
Yes, and we love our little bay of pigs across the lake.
The lake?
The Atlantic Lake.
Well,
I'm a time guy, not a geography guy.
so Maxwell, how do you think this is going to work? We just call it 2016 and then the same events happen?
And then if we go, okay, we show some appreciation for the year, then at the end we go, we deserve a new year now. We didn't spend all year blaming the year for things that weren't the year's fault.
Would different things happen, though? This is what I'm confused about.
Yes.
It would just be 2017.
It would just be, so-
We just keep doing 2016. We're calling it that
Can I
until
ask
we
this?
show some proper respect.
If there were certain jobs that had, say, term limits of 4 years or so, would that then extend to 5 under this new, because we would be repeating a year? Or would someone get to keep going throughout a year where someone was supposed to stop next year?
These are questions for our president-elect to decide.
Oh, wait, so you think on January
20th?
20th, yes.
That's still going to happen and he'll decide what happens?
Yes.
What are the chances that he'll say, you know what, let's go back to the previous guy?
Well, you know what? If he could do 2016 over again, then this time he would win the popular vote like he said he could.
Right,
If
yeah.
he wanted to.
Right, yeah. So that would happen.
Now, my question is, do we go then from 2016 right to 2018 like the 13th floor on an elevator?
A wonderful question. No.
Wow, you had the build-up to that.
We should still give every year its proper respect, and you only are allowed to move on to the next year if you've shown appreciation for said year.
Okay.
What if there are people who showed appreciation for 2016? Can they move on?
Yeah, can certain people be moving forward in a year, or do we need consensus?
Democracy rules.
So, how is this a grassroots effort to get this going, or is
Yes. It's very grassroots.
meaning just you?
It's just me. But I'm using the power of the airwaves
Okay.
to broadcast, podcast my message.
Okay, and starting here, I guess.
Starting here.
This is a fancy way of you saying that you're on the show right now.
Yes.
Okay, great. Well, Maxwell, good luck to you. I don't know if this is going to gain any
Can
traction.
I ask a question of the Timekeeper?
Sure.
Can you access the past? Can you go back?
Are you a time traveler?
Yeah,
I don't know
can
that
you-
this has been established.
That's what I'm wondering. Do you have any time powers?
I feel as if this has been established.
Yeah.
Has it?
That you just
That you
like
don't.
time a lot.
Right. I
Okay.
access it through my memories.
Okay, got it. Just making sure.
That's time travel of a
Oh,
sort.
a sort, yes. Every morning I flip through a photo album,
Sure.
recalling past occasions.
Every morning you do this?
Every morn, which is a wonderful time.
Are there times you don't like?
Yes.
What are the times you don't
Yeah, I
like? I've
forget
never
which
heard you
one.
say you don't like a time.
What's an unlikable time for you?
420.
Oh,
Hey.
why do you?
I'm straight edge.
Hi, how are you? It's nice to see you, Norm HeyMer from HeyMer Nissan out of Carlsbad. Wasn't planning on being here today. We are actually doing the HeyMer Nissan Holiday Naughty and Nice Nissan Sentra car giveaway contest.
Oh, okay.
And
This
we're
is
gonna
you're one of our sponsors or something? Is that what?
Not yet. We can talk about that though. I'd love to get something hooked up.
How did you just?
So the answer is
I'll
yes.
say this: when I'm running this show, this kind of shit's not going to happen.
Who let you in here? What?
Daryl. I don't know.
There's no one named Daryl.
Well, there was a guy named Daryl, and he let us in. He said, "Do what you want."
Us? He let us in? Who else are you with?
Well, I'm with the two finalists. Thanks for asking, and thanks for bringing it up. These are the two finalists. We have Ming. Ming, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Ming.
Oh, hey, Ming.
Hi.
That's who I thought I knew. Yeah,
you know me. I live in Sherman Oaks. And
Yeah.
I'm trying to win a car. I would love to.
and you wanted to be a sports person for
I
a
did,
while.
and for a minute, yeah.
Yeah.
Hot minute. And now I want to win this car. Don't want to be scrub anymore, driving around.
Sure, a scrub is a.
What is a scrub?
Won't
Scott?
get no love from me.
Oh,
Yeah.
They're hanging out the passenger side.
Yeah, we're best friends.
A scrub is a guy who thinks he's fine.
Oh, okay. Hey, who
Isn't he also known as a
buster?
Yes, that's what I
Yeah,
thought.
he's also known as a buster,
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't want to be a buster.
Who are you? Who was that talking with the very southern drawl?
Hey, my name's Keith Jones. This is going to be my 6th car this year if I can bring it home.
I hope you can.
I am I professionally put my hands on hard bodies and this is just going to be one more. Unfortunately, this contest is going on longer than I thought it was
This
going
has
to.
been going on. This
And I don't
contest-
understand why Ming is even here. He's not even from Carlsbad. He's from Sherman Oaks.
Well, there's no law. There's no law that you have to buy the car where you're
There
from.
should be, and I'm trying to
Or
lobby
win it.
for that.
Now, this car contest has been going on since 2010. We've tied previously
I'm
every
sorry.
time.
6 years?
You mean you've been holding the contest annually since 2010?
Biannually.
Wait, twice a year or every 2 years?
Is that twice?
Semi-annually would be every half year.
Right.
Are you just saying you're bi?
Then semi.
Are you just saying that you're
I've
bisexual?
seen him have sex with men and women.
So you're saying you're bisexual and you
we
wanted
do
to
it-
get that out there.
We do it once a year, but I'm bisexual.
Okay.
That makes
Every-
two of us.
Bicentra. Bicentral.
Bi-
It's a Centra.
Right. No, she's right.
Car is a Centra.
Needle
It's
threaded.
a giveaway
Rhea.
of the Centra wreath.
But every year we have tried
Come
a
on.
different. We've tried a different contest. We started with drawing. But
Yeah,
I
we had to draw the car.
They had to draw the.
And
so not a drawing.
No,
No,
But
that
like
was
a drawing of
in
a car.
2010. They each had to draw. They had to draw a Sentra.
Who would judge?
I judge all the contests
Based on how much it looks like
I
it,
do
or
my best to be fair, and honestly, they both did a wonderful job.
I did a sketch very similar to police artist type of sketch, no color.
But of a car.
No color.
And I did watercolors. I painted it in watercolors.
So you do this- is this from memory?
Yes, we were able
Do
to
you
look
get
at the car
15
for-
seconds
We,
to look
we get to run around the car for 15 seconds and look at it, and then we get put in a room.
Which was the contest the following year. They had to run around the car as fast as they could.
the car,
He got very excited seeing us run around the car, so he made that the next contest.
Yes, but every time we tied.
Every time they've tied. They've tied.
it's only the two of you
Yes, we
doing
since
these contests?
2010 we've been both trying to settle this.
No other
It is a
entrance.
2009 Sentra that we are trying to buy.
It still
Anyway,
has
trying
not
to
been
win.
driven though. It has 12 miles on it. It's a beautiful car.
He swears he's not rolling back the mileage, but this car has been in an accident. I can tell.
It doesn't need a little. It's a fixture after a little bit, but it's. But honestly, the point is, it's a beautiful contest, and somebody's going to go home.
Oh,
with
hey,
it.
Norm, just super quick.
Yeah.
So the first year,
Yes.
we've heard was just a
2010.
drawing.
Drawing.
The second
2010.
year was a running around the car. Now catch us up in the intervening years. What was the contest?
Wait a second.
2012
2012 was a deviled egg eating contest.
Yes, but we both passed out, and then he
Right after eating 71 eggs, we both passed
71.
out.
They eat
71 and out.
71 deviled eggs.
He pumped our unconscious bodies,
I had to pump them
stomachs, and he found a 71 egg each.
Those were big. They were big eggs.
No one was keeping track as they ate them?
No, we were in a dark room.
You had to count the undigested eggs.
They was still whole. There was no chewing though.
I'll take the fall on that.
This is a bad plan. You got to count them as they go into the mouth.
Tell me, we're 5 years later and this isn't settled. It was a bad plan.
You know, after everything there's been in the news recently about protests, it's nice to hear about a contest.
Yes, thank you. Thank you, Maxwell.
Can I quickly read the disclosure before we go ahead
Okay,
with the contest?
go ahead.
And again, it's a naughty or nice story contest. They'll tell the best deed they did
You
this
said
year.
you say again? I don't think that you ever said this.
I've said this several times.
You were fielding a lot of questions.
I've never heard
Here's the thing. I want to see one of these guys win a Nissan Sentra. I just need to know from 2013 to here, how did these guys compete?
I think we missed 2011 also, so I'd like to know what happened in 2011.
I'd also like to know why the first contest was 2010. They were competing for a 2009
It was
Sentra.
it was an older model. It was an end of year giveaway. We were trying to clear some space.
Which is funny because it's technically a 2008.
This contest has really reinvigorated things.
Look, we don't have time to go into every contest, unfortunately.
2013 was a hands on a hard body. We put our hands on a bodybuilder's body.
My cousin Larry is an amateur bodybuilder.
Very amateur. He's in bad shape.
He's in horrible shape.
Is he just a fat guy?
Yeah, it shouldn't have been called a hands on a hard body.
Once again,
hands on
we tied.
You tied, yeah.
But yeah, after
It just, did it erupt into a tickle fight?
I have a question. Frosty the Snowman here. Could I have participated in the hard body contest if I just had sticks for arms? If I'd put in sticks on the hard body, could I have been a participant? I have sticks for arms.
Sure, I don't have any problem with that.
I'm in on this next year.
Yeah, well,
I've always wanted a
hopefully
Sentra.
You'll be in, but until we settle this one, we're not looking forward to a new contest.
That's fair.
I just hope, Frosty, that by the time this car is given away, it's still street legal. Because sometimes the laws are updated and it might not have the proper brakes.
That is true. There's a
Unfortunately, we can't be responsible for that.
Yeah. So what is the contest this year?
Naughty or nice, and they're going to tell their best deed of the year.
Now, this is the first we're hearing this.
And they're
KNOTTY.
And I've said, as I've
it's
said,
a rope contest.
Do we have to tie a knot and then tell a nice story? Is that it?
So, we'll go ahead and first
I always
quickly
forget to set
hear
the password for my car.
a good deed from both. And starting now, the timer starts right now.
My good deed for the contest is this last Martin Luther King Day. I was walking down the street. It's free parking. You don't have to pay the meter. And I see this Jewish lady. She's a Hasidic Jewish. And I saw she was going to put a quarter in the meter. I said, hey, you don't have to do this. It's Martin Luther King Day. And then she stopped. She saved the quarter. She did not talk to me because she's not allowed to talk to the man that's not her husband. But I saw in her eyes the thanks.
And time.
That's my time. That's it.
Time on your good deed, and we'll jump right into the good deed from Keith.
All right, let's see. I guess
Too bad, Maxwell, you didn't get to use the timer for this one.
I was just trying to let him get to it.
Go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Keith.
The nicest thing I ever done was I raised $15 million for the victims of 9/11.
The clear winner.
Wait, no, the contest is not over. The contest is not over.
Let's see how so much money. You could have built a Westworld for snowmen.
You
Let's
could
see
have
how
bought
the
several
naughty goes.
Nissan Sentras.
Was that the past year, though?
It depends on the naughty.
I really am
No,
curious
because-
about these naughty.
Oh, there's a naughty?
Yeah, we
Okay.
have to do naughty.
All right, go ahead.
Also, don't act like this is settled because I help a real woman that I'm looking in her eyes. He helped, what, ghosts?
I was going to say the victims of 9/11.
He didn't give it to the family of the victim.
He very specifically
gave it
said
to the victim.
the victims of 9/11.
They don't need anything.
Yeah, that's true. You just
I buried $15 million.
At Ground Zero.
At Ground Zero.
wait. Is it still there? Oh shit! This is gonna be
Yeah.
a race.
This is like
Nick Cage is going to beat us all.
Number 2.
Anyway, as I was saying 10 minutes ago, I don't have anything else to offer. I do have supernatural powers.
Well, I mean, maybe we could speak with someone. Look, 2016 was a very difficult year for the human race.
Sure.
But last year was terrible, not only for all of America with so many people passing on, but for this show in particular. Some of our dear old friends passed away and are no longer on the show anymore. Maybe we could speak to one of them?
What? Like who?
Well, I mean, there was someone who passed away who's been on the show almost as long as you, I would say. And he was a dear, dear friend to us and showed up in Toronto. And you were there in Toronto.
I was there in Toronto. I made the Rob Ford cake.
Yeah, you were there a day apart, I believe. And he was an old friend, and we never got closure on him. But our good friend Gary Marshall.
You want to talk to Gary Marshall?
Sure. Director of Pretty Woman.
No, I know who he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Creator of Happy Days.
Sure.
All right. Well, it's been a while.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go into my trench and then see if I can.
A cake trance.
I go into my cake trench.
Oh, I thought you said trench.
No, trench.
I'm sorry?
A trench. I go into a trench.
Okay, I got it.
Do you need anything from us to get into this cake trance?
Oh, my trance music?
So just trance music?
Yeah, if you would play. I mean, we never did it before, but
I don't
just
think
play
I have
some
anything
trance
on my
music.
iPod. I'm sorry.
What about Trap House? All right. Here we go into the old trench. I appear across the mystic veil that separates this world from the next. Oh, spirits, attend me.
Can you command spirits?
I can't command, but please don't. Try not to talk to me when I'm in the trance.
Sorry.
It makes it very difficult. Why did you get Canadian suddenly? I'm looking for a man named Gary Marshall. Please call me Gary.
Gary, you're back.
Scott, it's me.
Gary Marshall.
That's right. How you doing, son?
It's so great to see you. This is Gino.
Hey, how are you, Gino?
Wow.
Where are you from?
I'm from Long Island.
Oh, all right.
What am I seeing here?
What do you mean?
I'm looking
Well,
at...
you're looking at Cake Boss,
Yes,
but Gary
but I'm
Marshall's
hearing Gary
voice is
Marshall.
coming out of it.
Oh, he's still in there.
He's still in there somewhere, struggling to get free.
Yeah. Anyway, why have you disturbed my eternal rest?
Gary, it's so I just we never got to speak after your untimely death, and
probably because I was dead.
Well, the true
is that. Do you think that's the reason?
It could be, but
is this a thing you say to a lot of people who've died? Hey, I didn't get a chance to talk to you after you died.
I don't get a chance to talk to a lot of people who have died. Maybe Chewbacca, but. Look, we miss you down here on Earth.
That's very nice of you to say. I guess I missed you too, although, of course, looking down from heaven, I could see everybody and what they're doing all the time.
Oh, so you've been watching us the entire time?
Oh, yeah, among other people, yeah. Oh,
Even
you're very naughty, this guy.
Hey, I'm sorry. I'm alone here in L.A. for a week. I'm cutting loose. I apologize for anything you may have seen, Mr. Marshall. Heads up, just so you know.
Hey, please call me Gary.
Gary, right.
You have Gary privileges.
Oh, I like it. Gary privileges. Hey, just so you know, Joni died, but unfortunately, Chachi's still alive.
Yeah, I know. It's too bad. Sorry about that, everybody. You still got to live with Scott Baio.
God had kind of swapped it.
I know. He's going in not a great order for the Happy Days crew.
Look, Gilly, by the way, I'm sure misses you. I don't know if you've been checking in on her.
She misses my money, I'm sure.
Yeah, well, she never got to lock that down because you had transported to another dimension.
That's right.
And never returned by the time.
Oh, this is like mid-'80s X-Men.
Mid-'70s?
Mid-'90s.
The Starlink stuff?
What's heaven like? Can you tell us?
Yeah, it's like exactly what you think it is. It's a bunch of clouds. Big golden gate. Everybody's got a robe and a halo.
Golden Gate Bridge meeting?
Is that because that's the biggest suicide point in America?
That's what they tell me.
They say, look, a lot of people, they're going to be coming here because of suicides. It's not a sin, by the way. Now they tell me.
No, wait, you would have committed suicide?
There was some dark times, you know?
Oh, okay, I don't know.
I remember one time I was hunting the chupacabra.
Yes.
And I thought I'll never find him. He doesn't exist. Maybe I should just end my life. What am I doing?
And then did you catch a glimpse of him?
Yeah, I saw him.
Okay. So when people jump off the Golden Gate Bridge, they want something that's reassuring.
They jump right into heaven.
Right, and they want to see something.
It's to smooth the transition.
Right,
Some people go straight down into the water and die, and then some people jump off the bridge and get fucking Star Trek'd up into heaven.
They get Star Trek'd up into heaven. That's right.
You're not in murderer's heaven, are you?
No. I'm just in the regular heaven.
Regular heaven.
The regular heaven. It's great. It's great. You hang around all day. You watch people on Earth. You watch them when they're sleeping. You see when they're awake. You know if they've been bad or good.
Wait, is Santa an angel?
What's that?
Is Santa Claus? Is he up there?
No, Santa's not, because he's a living person.
He's in the North Pole.
He's in the North Pole.
Okay,
you don't know about Santa?
No, I know too much about Santa. He's
could just
threatened to beat me up on several occasions.
Seriously?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
He's not a fan.
Yeah. Is it because your last name is kind of Jewy?
No, it's okay. Moving on.
I mean, admit that's a kind of Jewy last name.
All right.
It's funny to have the tables turned because you're all the time. You're like, hey, Gary Marshall, are you Jewish? You're Jewish, right?
Well,
because I sound like this. I mean, to him, everything New York is Jew.
Oh, yeah, you're telling me.
This is West Coast.
All right.
He's like, hey, show me your horns.
He's from Orange County. We know where we know what color they bleed.
Come on, guys. Can I ask you a question? Do you miss Hector?
Oh, I think about Hector every day, and I try to respect his privacy.
You're so used to having him around.
I know. Hector Elizondo, he's my good luck charm up until a certain point, obviously.
Sure, yeah. Did you ever think, while you were here on Earth, maybe I should lose Hector from these projects? Maybe he's the albatross weighing these things down.
Oh, because none of my movies were successful, right?
Well, after a certain
They're
point.
only gigantic hits worldwide.
Well, I don't know about
every holiday.
Mother's
you can
Day,
count on
New
a
Year's
good
Day.
one.
Oh, sorry. I don't have a perfect track record. Sorry.
If only you would have lived 8 more years, we could have had Halloween, Arbor Day, Earth Day.
We talked about your version of Halloween.
I think yes, we did. Yes, we did. Does Hector Elizondo make an appearance? You bet your ass he does.
Underneath that mask.
That's right. At the very end.
What a way less scary Michael Myers. Mike Myers is a funny bad guy.
Why not have a Michael Myers who's like a nice guy? He's like kind of paternal. And,
backwards Kangol hat on.
No, that's Joey Pants.
Oh, okay.
You're thinking of Joe Pantoliano.
Yeah,
aren't you?
Yeah, I think I am, but other people could.
Well, I think Hector also.
They're allowed to.
I've seen Elizondo have it on.
Yeah, I think Elizondo's one. Any bald actor likes to cover that up.
I've never seen Hector wear a backwards Kangol.
Well, you're not around.
Why would he hide this from me?
Check him out. You can now spy on him 24 hours a day.
I made a deal with Hector. I said, listen, when I go to heaven, I promise I won't watch you.
Oh, so wow, he has free reign to do any kind of weird shit he
do
wants.
whatever he wants.
Wow. Well, Gary, it's so good to talk to you.
Please call me Mr. Marshall.
Oh, God,
so I can later ask you to call me Gary.
All right, Mr. Marshall, it's so good.
Please call me Gary.
Gary, we're back. It's so great to hear from you. We miss you. We want to leave you alone. Certainly, we want to respect your privacy.
Thank you for once.
But it's so good to hear from you. If this is the last time, you were such a great boon to the show, such a great friend to the show. And
by the way, I'm here too.
Is this Alan Thicke?
Yes, it is.
I think we're good. We have a lot of people on the show.
Understood.
Robin Thicke's father?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, okay. Have you been having to hang out with Alan Thicke?
More than I'd like.
Yeah. Do they group the people who have recently passed away together?
It's a very specific group. It's me, Alan Thicke, and Huell Hauser so far.
Oh, boy. Well, Gary, it's so good to hear from you.
Scott, it's good to hear from you, too. Listen,
the fans love you. We love you.
I want to say I miss you. It was so nice to be able to see you one more time. But now I got to return to heaven and enjoy my eternal reward, which is, I guess, just being alive forever and looking at people on Earth as they take showers.
Watching us jerk off.
Well, yeah. I mean, you do it.
Hey, why not?
You'll see, I hope. Be good or be good at it. That's fun.
We do have to get to our next guest, and this is really exciting for us. They've been on the show. Well, one of them's been on the show once, and the other has been on the show a few times, but it's always nice to see them. First, we have Bone Queef.
What's up, motherfuckers? I'm back. It's me, your girl, Bone Queef. Bone like a dog and queef like a pussy fart.
Yes, Bone Queef. So nice to see you again.
Yeah, Scott, how you doing, boo? It's good to see you, baby.
I'm good. And you're here with another guest. I'm not sure if you're here together or if you're here coincidentally at the same time.
We're here together. This is my sister. You met her before, too.
This is your sister. Please welcome back Chief.
Greetings, Gumshoe. I've just flown around the world to get here. All the way from the Ozark Mountains.
Did you see any drone strikes?
Excuse me?
See any drone strikes on your way here?
A ton. Thank you, Obama. I love you.
So, Bone Queef and Chief, I guess I never realized that you were sisters, but I mean, your names rhyme, and a lot of people like to do that with naming their children.
Yeah.
We were separated at birth.
Mm-hmm. Our mom was like, this one's going to be called Chief, and this one's going to be called Bone Queef. Bone like the shit that's left when you done eating ribs, and queef like a pussy fart.
And wait, you're twins?
No.
Okay. So your mom was, but your mom was not naming you. You were separated at birth, meaning you're twins, and you were separated.
We're 2 years apart.
Yes. So you were separated at the younger one's birth.
Yes.
Okay. And your mom named you at the same time, though.
That's right. Yes. I'm older, but I did not have a name for 2 whole years.
She waited.
She was like,
and waited.
I don't know about this one, but when I poop another one out of my front, I'm gonna know what this one's name is.
Mm-hmm.
My mother waited just like I waited in the Himalayas for one young Carmen Sandiego.
That's right. We first heard from you maybe a couple of months ago, but have you tracked down Carmen Sandiego yet?
I still have yet to track down that buzzling beast. But I will. I will find her. And as soon as I find her, I will lock her up in handcuffs in my own personal Acme prison cell.
Lock her up.
Lock her up.
Lock her up.
Lock her up.
Lock her up. Down with Hillary. Thanks, Obama.
I'm with him, whoever, anyone but her.
Yeah, as long as it's not a her, I'm with him.
This is not what the show is about.
Maybe it should be.
Okay.
People are tired of being pushed around, Scott.
I guess they're tired of the Pod Save America, and we need some sort of like equal time.
God bless America.
All right. So when did you guys find out that you were sisters?
We did the 23andMe shit, and it said, this chick is your sister, go find her. So then I took a quick little trip over to the Himalaya Ozarks where I found my girl over here. She was chilling, looking for this motherfucker Carmen Sandiego. She ain't been found her, but guess what? I knew where she was.
You know where Carmen Sandiego is?
Hell yeah.
That's ridiculous that she won't tell me.
Hey, you won't tell her.
Nah.
But I enjoy it. It keeps the magic. If I find where she is immediately, I won't be able to have a business anymore.
That's right.
My whole business model is surrounded by finding Carmen Sandiego.
What about Rockapella?
Do it.
Do it, Rockapella.
Did you check from Kiev to Carolina?
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
Because she sneaks around the world from Kiev to Carolina.
Chief, I have a question about your business model. Who is paying you to find Carmen Sandiego?
Nobody. The fever in my own heart. I lust after those milky white breasts.
Yeah, that's one thing that we found out last time you were on the show. You're somewhat obsessed.
Chief trying to fuck Carmen Sandiego.
Shut up, Queef.
Maybe that's why she's in hiding.
Yeah.
My name is not Queef, it's Bone Queef. I told you this bone like I ain't got a jealous bone in my body and queef like a pussy fart.
I barely know who you are.
We are sisters.
Have you seen Carmen's titties when she keeps that red coat on?
Exactly. So that's my main mission.
Is to take that red coat off?
Take that red trench coat off.
What if she don't have tits under there? You ever think about that? Like, what if she just got like
she has
transparent
two
orbs?
tiny red coats.
she's like see-through all the way to the back.
It's like, y'all know Topshop be selling them jeans that just got the transparent kneecaps? Like,
yeah,
what if
it's
she
like
just
the
has
So Fine jeans.
Right, yeah. What if Carmen Sandiego just has transparent boob region?
You could just see the back.
Organs.
You just see through. Yeah. Then she's got two hollow pits where her chest is supposed to be.
Right. And her spine, the T3.
How lucky would that be?
Well, then my life's work will be null.
So is that the only part of Carmen Sandiego, Bone Chief, that you're interested in?
Bone Chief? How dare you? Don't associate me with this
celebrity couple name.
plebeian.
Hashtag Bone Chief. Make that shit
Hashtag
trend.
Bone Chief, by the way. Everyone, it's going to be trending
It's a
by
bit
the
of
end
a
of
clumsy
today.
portmanteau.
Wait, you don't
Not
like
really.
you don't like
It's sort of a perfect portmanteau.
you don't like portmanteaus either when they're clumsy?
I could take or leave them. It's a reference.
Bone Queef, what have you been up to? I mean, obviously you found this out and you tracked Chief down.
Yeah. So I've been looking. Yeah, I've been honestly, it's been a bit of a personal journey for me recently.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I had been alone in this world, and I was like, I need to find my family, right?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I did 23andMe. I found Chief. I also found out that our last name is Saint Gynecologist. So
your last name is Saint Gynecologist.
That's right. I am Bone Queef Saint Gynecologist.
I chose not to take it.
So that's not canonical for you.
No.
Yeah. So yeah, it's been a pretty big couple of weeks for me.
I'm just real quick. Your mom never mentioned that someone was. Which one of you is older?
I'm 2 years old.
So your mom never mentioned that you had a younger sister.
No, neither of us grew up with her.
Well, yeah, that's what I was wondering because
she got rid of you with two,
Yeah,
and then
she came in for 2 years, had another one, was like, I do not like the look of them together, and
got rid of both. It just happened to be on the same day.
That's right.
So
on your birthday.
On my birthday, August 6th, 1951.
Jesus.
Wait, Bone Queef, you were born in 1949?
Hell yeah, black don't crack, motherfucker.
Indeed, it does not. But I tell you what does crack.
You're 69.
That's right, baby, the best number.
Saint Gynecologist.
Yeah, Bone
69
Queef Saint
years.
Gynecologist. Bone like, ooh, hold up, I got a bunch of them. Bone like sticks and stones may break my Queef like a pussy fart. Saint like Saint James and gynecologist like a pussy doctor.
Oh boy.
The Queef is always pussy fart. No matter how many bone analogies she comes up with.
But also, people are more familiar with bone than queef, like as a word. Like to explain, bone is the part I think everyone's picking up on.
So are you guys going to get together for family reunions now? Are you looking at the Saint Gynecologist family tree?
Yes, yeah. We're trying to find everybody that's in our family and simultaneously look for Carmen Sandiego. So it's a bit of a two-pronged
She
path.
might be at the family reunions.
Who
you don't
knows?
know.
I did not want this woman to help me find Carmen Sandiego.
You
gonna love me.
I have always used preteens because they are the sleuthiest of sleuths.
They're very nosy.
Very
That's
nosy.
By the way, you say you're helping, but you know where she is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I'm a 69-year-old woman. I know shit, okay? I know where that bitch is hiding. It's in a log cabin, but I ain't gonna tell you where.
I don't want to hear. I didn't even want this meeting. I only took the 23andMe quiz because one time that Carmen Sandiego.
It's so funny that you can answer 10 multiple choice questions and they tell you who your family is. Just send in the Scantron.
How much of it is trivia?
All of it.
Five of the questions are just
literally all trivia.
It's 10 multiple choice trivia questions, and at the end they say you have a sister.
Yep.
Then you swab your DNA.
Oh.
The only reason I did it was because one time Carmen Sandiego spit in my mouth.
So you have met Carmen Sandiego in person in the past.
Not met like hello, how do you do? Just in passing. She said, hey, stop right there.
You were passing by each other one day.
Yes.
She spit into your mouth.
It was on the island of Saint-Tropez
But
in
what
the
if-
south of France.
But what if her spit is actually the one that's a sister with Bone Queef?
Oh, 23 and who?
23 Skidoo.
Wait, how much longer after the spit in your mouth was the quiz that you took?
That was in the 70s. 23andMe didn't come out too recently.
Carmen Sandiego do got strong DNA. Maybe that shit was living in there for 35 years.
I try everything I can to find that Carmen Sandiego.
What have you tried?
Huh?
You say you've tried everything you can think of.
It's
What
just
have
a classic follow-up question, Chief.
What's your name, sir?
Chucky Spliff.
Oh, Chucky. It's so good to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you too.
I thought I knew everyone who wandered the halls here, but
Hey, no, you never met me before. No way. I got a bunch of friends over there, and then we all work together, and we, take breaks, and so I gotta go use the bathroom.
Okay, well, it's
You gotta go bathroom?
I gotta go bathroom real bad.
Chucky, have you always been a construction worker?
Yeah, pretty much since everything I can remember. Yeah,
Wait, you can only remember back to a certain point?
Yeah, I didn't really go to, well, I don't know.
What's your earliest memory?
Here's the thing. I woke up, I was in a hospital room.
Okay.
How long ago was this?
Wait,
were you an adult?
you
or
weren't-
was it,
you weren't
were
born.
zero.
I think it was an adult because I was all hooked up to stuff and I was wearing a gown.
Only
Okay,
adults can wear gowns.
Yeah, that's not specific at all.
Hey, you think maybe you didn't wear your hard hat on your construction site and you got hit in the head with a big old beam?
Well, I don't know about. Hey, wait a minute.
Are you saying that because Chucky has 55 stitches in a horseshoe pattern around his skull?
Yeah, what's the earliest date you remember?
June 12th, 2017.
Okay, that's
Hasn't
a
even
month
happened
from
yet.
now. That's a month from now.
Oh my God!
Did you?
Are you a time traveler?
Holy shit, that's dangerous. Yeah.
I got a question. I got a name-related question for you, Boo.
Oh yeah, bone queef.
Is Spliff your given name, or did you choose that for yourself?
Spliff. That's a family name.
Do you even remember your name?
Yeah, Chucky Spliff.
You seem surprised by it every time.
I remember everything that's ever happened to me. And here's the other thing
Like
too.
Mary Lou Henner?
So you
What
got
were
hit
you- what were you
so
wearing?
hard that you remember every goddamn detail of your life.
What were you wearing on May 3rd, 2009?
Whoa! Whoa! I was, whoa. Come to think of it, I don't know. Wait a minute.
Well, that's normal.
Yeah, that's not
What
weird.
did you wear?
I don't know.
No one does. It's not weird.
The earliest thing you remember, you woke up in the hospital with a gown on.
Yeah, so there I was in the hospital, gown on, TV on silent, a bunch of waitresses all around me.
Waitresses?
Waitresses?
Were you hooked up at an Olive Garden?
Or were you at a Scrubs restaurant?
You had a Scrubs-themed restaurant?
Look, that feels like I was in a hospital. There's waitresses there. Everybody had a plate, but nobody was eating.
What kind of food were they serving?
Just a bunch of wires and cords and stuff.
Was it good?
Were you in a Best Buy?
I don't know. It was you got.
Hey, sorry. Everyone back off.
Hey, let him breathe.
Chucky, do you remember what was on the TV that was playing silently in the hospital?
Yeah, it was some kind of cooking show. It was like, I think it was a woman. She was standing in front of a table and she had a dog on the table and she was looking at the dog all around and thinking about how she wanted to cook it.
Sounds like the barefoot Contessa.
It sounds like the meal before the koala cake.
Yeah, you might have been watching Cake Boss.
Cake Boss. She was going to cook the dog?
Yeah, she was going to cook the dog or something. She was looking at the dog. I don't know.
Waitresses with trays of wires walking around. You're watching a lady cook a dog silently on the television.
Was this a dream that you had?
Or is life sort of like a dream for you right now?
Life is like a dream. If I could only do it every day up above.
Okay, describe what you're seeing right now.
Okay, I see a spaghetti sack, a lot of trees. There's a man with cans on his ears.
Well, at least that's accurate.
Colloquial and accurate.
Accidentally accurate.
A stack of rocks, a Harvey motorcycle.
Gumshoe.
Harvey.
And
Harvey Davidson,
it's a
the Jewish
knockoff Harley.
I got a nice Harvey.
I got a Roulette watch and a Harvey motorcycle.
Is that a motorcycle with like a giant rabbit on the back?
Is that a goosey bag?
Is that a
It's
motorcycle
me,
with a giant rabbit on the back?
motorcycle.
Or am I just happy to see myself?
Anyway, back to my story. So there I was. There's waitresses going around trays of wires, and then of course, someone comes in, and
Okay.
he's a man.
Who was it?
You have a lisp now? It might be from the surgery.
But he's dressed all in white, and he's really tall, and he's got one of those things on his head that's like a CD.
He's got a CD on
like
his
a
head.
doctor's costume from the 70s.
Yeah.
Maybe it
In
was
like a
DVD.
vaudeville.
It could have been a DVD. That's a good call.
Oh yeah, I guess it could have been a
Or
DVD.
Blu-ray.
Or a small laser disc.
A silver LP.
Yeah. So he came in and he leaned over me and he kissed me on my lips.
Lucky. How was it?
It was so sweet.
Is that what woke you up?
No, I was already awake. I was like looking around and stuff, and he came over and he kissed me on my lips.
Okay.
And he said, "Chucky, you're gonna be okay."
That's nice. That's a caring doctor.
Is it? I think that might be illegal. You might have been assaulted in that Olive Garden / Best Buy / Dr.
Breast
Papa.
by?
Breast by, yeah. Breast like titties and creep like a pussy fart.
All right. Every year, you never know what you're going to get, and you never know what's going to stick with the listeners. And this year, the top episode was by far the most popular episode out of the 40,000 votes. It got close to 8% of the vote. So meaning that out of 60, almost 10% of the votes came to it. Meaning people were able to vote for 10, I believe. So almost everyone voted for it, is what I'm trying to say. Because they're able to vote for 10, and if it got 10% of the vote, that
There
means
you
almost
go.
every single
Absolutely.
person voted for it. Okay, so that makes sense. This is the most popular episode of the year, and this one meant a lot to me. All right, this is an episode from July 24th. This is an episode called, and it's episode 500, and it is an episode called The 500th Episode. Let's list them down. We have Jason Mantzoukas, another appearance on the podcast. This makes his 5th episode.
Not bad.
John Gabrus as what character do you think?
I feel like you tipped it a little bit. I think it's Gino.
I think it is
okay,
Gino,
yeah.
yes.
I could see your mouth forming the G.
Right. Nick Kroll.
A male or Damon?
No, he's Chupacabra. He's one of the very first characters he ever did.
See.
I believe because it's our 500th episode, he came and did Chupacabra. Lauren Lapkus.
She was Big Sue.
She was Todd, one of her most popular characters. And oh, looky here who's bringing up the rear. Paul F. Tompkins. Don't Hulk out.
Scott. I couldn't be happier. The end.
When the 500th was approaching, we knew we wanted to do something special. I don't even want to spoil what I had planned for it because I may do it another time.
Shrewd.
But there were other things that we tried to do with it, and we may save those for a future anniversary or a special show. What ended up happening, just because it was in July and no one's around necessarily, is we
all the scrubs?
No, it was actually, I was very happy that these particular people did it, but we ended up doing another one of these gang shows where a lot of people are on it.
Yeah.
And it's very funny.
It was a lot of fun.
Why don't we hear it now? This is the episode you all choose with a bullet.
Wow.
Number 1.
Let me explain who's here. We have my intern, Gino. Is this Charles?
Yeah, I'm just passing
Is this a classic Charles already?
Bye.
You take care.
If this is your first time listening, because you heard that there's a big 500th episode.
I would say hang up, start at the top.
Hang up.
Yeah, hang your phone. Aren't these things on phones?
Gino.
Everyone's telling me podcasts are
Gino,
on phones.
Podcasts aren't phone calls.
Yeah,
You
they
don't
call
hang
in.
up.
They call in and listen.
Wait, no, that's not that's not how it works either.
It's a 2-hour voicemail outgoing. Ring, ring. Then how am I calling in?
Oh, Chupa.
Yes.
Is that the baby?
Hey.
Okay.
He's calling in from a crib.
Let me explain. Let me explain who's here. This is already retired train territory.
They can read it online.
We have my intern Gino. For 500 episodes, he's been to approximately 0.01% of those.
Yep, that's about it. I need college credits, but I don't want to fucking do slave labor for you.
He's currently pouring everyone water. daughters. Could I get one?
Yeah, hold on. We just got to get for all the people in the room that have already been mentioned. I got to get them boys.
We also have my nephew Todd is here. Yeah, I've talked about him. How are you doing, Todd?
My palms are hairy because I was turban too much.
Oh God, you were turban?
Is that where you get pulled behind the boat in like an Indian man's headdress?
Masturbating.
Oh.
You, Todd, you've been masturbating in my house?
Yeah, my palms are hairy as a fucking monkey.
Okay.
Oh, they traditionally have no hair on their palms.
Yeah, that's so
traditions are meant to be broken.
Your hands are as hairy as a monkey's, like not
Ass.
palms. Yeah. Okay.
As a
well, usually
hairy
their,
ass.
their asses are hairless as well. A lot of times.
Their eyeballs.
Is that what you're masturbating to?
Yeah, I love monkeys. Yeah.
Todd, I don't appreciate that kind of language, please.
God. How old is Todd?
Middle school.
Middle school.
Fair enough.
I couldn't get a babysitter today, so I had...
I don't need a sitter. I can watch myself.
You're in middle school, young man.
Oh, thanks for the compliment.
What, young man?
Yes.
Usually I call you a young lady, accidentally.
Yeah.
We also have featured recently in the blockbuster movie The House. We have Jason Mantzoukas.
Congratulations!
Thank you so much, Chupacabra. Thank you, Scotty.
Jason,
Great to see you. Congrats on 500 big episodes.
Thank you very much. You've been here since very early on in the podcast history. I don't know exactly what number your first episode was.
I don't know either.
But it's been about 450 with you, so welcome back.
I'm thrilled to be here.
450 more.
I've been helping Jason out record underground comedy Bang Bang episodes.
What?
Like Splinter episodes.
The shadow eps.
On the dark web?
They're called the shadow eps.
You can get us, kids, and Molly from the same website.
And boner pills.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The kids
Gino gives me boner pills before we record every shadow ep.
Yeah, we pop Cialis and just fucking record. Our faces are super hot and our dicks are mega hard.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I don't know how your face gets when you take Cialis. I'm young. I'm Gino.
Yeah, Gino. But he does. He keeps saying he's got that hot face.
Got that Cialis face.
I want to get that.
We did a.
Let me try it.
We took one of those. We took one of those.
That's too many.
Don't give. Oh my God!
That's way too many.
Todd has taken 20 Cialis
My
pills.
dick's growing to 2 inches. Ouch.
Oh, Scott,
yes.
you're doing a great job so far.
Thank you so much. We also have Chupacabra, the radio DJ, who is...
I'm letting you talk. Finish what you want to say. I'm not going to say anything.
Okay, who is here?
Yes! Cocorico! Remember that?
From back.
Just catchphrases?
Yes.
What
Think
are
back
your
480 episodes.
You say cuckoo, you talk to a baby.
Also, there's a goat.
There's a goat. There's an old man.
Right?
They are all here today. They have our rusty. We are all very rusty. Oh, that's good. So you won't feel good. No.
I haven't seen you in a while, Chupa. It's
well,
almost as if you retired.
It's as if I had tired of myself.
Well, thank you for coming back to
But I've
Celebrate.
also been in Mexico.
You've been in Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
On a Mexican radio?
Yes, Mexican radio.
Eating barbecued iguanas?
How do you know that?
Oh, it's one of my favorite songs. I'm a radio major at Nassau Community College. So I listen to all songs of radio.
Was there an entire
class?
There was one semester where I took a class on Radio Gaga by Queen, Mexican radio by whatever band that was, and then Radiohead was a 9-credit class.
Wow.
Because they have several albums.
So what's your favorite Radiohead song?
The National Anthem.
Wait, you realize that's not the actual national anthem?
You asked me what's my favorite Radiohead song. I answered the question. The National Anthem.
I apologize.
When Tom York sang the National Anthem at the Subway Series.
Hey,
Todd's playing his super erect cock like a guitar right now.
I've got one of those like those temperature things that you point a gun at someone at food.
A laser thermometer.
Wait, are you talking about a Mr. Freeze gun?
A laser thermometer. Todd's face is 110 degrees.
Yeah, cook a turkey on me.
Yeah, that's a good way to get out of. If you ever need to trick your parents.
Turkeys on 100-degree oven?
Yeah, it takes 10 days.
Slow and low, baby. That is the tempo.
How do you know that song?
I told you, Beastie Boys were on the radio. We had to learn about them in radio
Wait,
class.
so anything that was on the radio you had to learn about?
Oh, yeah, we did like...
on the radio. Do you know that song?
How do you know that song?
I don't know that one.
Because I'm alive.
Okay.
Fucking heard music from different eras, no matter what I'm from.
All right, Todd. Todd, I don't know where you picked up all this language. Certainly
I
not
heard it
for
from
me.
you, Dad.
I'm not your dad.
Wait, that actually brings up an important question because there is a lot of talk online that people are saying that Todd is your actual son and that you are saying he's your nephew.
That's ridiculous. I mean, obviously, my sister had you.
How do we know for sure?
How do we know that your sister had Todd and that you didn't have Todd and give him to your sister?
Yeah,
to
like out
raise?
your butt.
You junior.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, how do we know Todd's not a butt baby?
Yeah.
I don't think Jason's saying
Todd, you
that
a
I
butt
shit
baby?
you out.
I don't know. I can't tell. Oh, how do you know?
Todd has
Smell
the right,
yourself.
Todd has the
I
right to
smell
know.
shit, so?
Have you guys ever met before, by the way, Todd and Gino?
No, I'm scared.
He's not a stranger to me.
I'm
danger.
sweating based off how hot Todd's face is right now.
Because my Cialis is so
And that you
fucking hard.
Gave him so much Cialis.
I didn't give him so much Cialis. I said, look at how much Cialis I have. And then he Pac-Man them down.
Like power pellets.
No water needed.
Yeah, no, that was crazy. Great swallow.
Are you bragging
Great
about-
swallow on this kid.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
take a ton of pills. No
Hey,
water.
Gino, don't say great swallow on this kid to a middle schooler, okay?
Hey, the kid's got a good swallow.
He cannot tell a lie.
Should we do it?
That's the
Wait,
problem.
you're unable to tell a lie?
I am brutally honest. Ask anyone who reads my Yelp column.
Wait, what have you been
What have
reviewing?
you been? Do you still have a byline on Yelp?
I just keep editing one review of My Hero on Jerusalem Avenue in Belmore and just keep adding to it.
Keep adding detail to
Keep
it?
adding details to it,
What's-
just life journey, you know,
Do you change details because you keep going, or all
No,
based
this
on
is
the
just one
visit?
experience?
I read this hysterical book. It was someone's diary, so I just started keeping a diary.
Anne Frank?
Yeah, the attic chick.
It's so funny. She couldn't go anywhere.
No, it's hysterical. It's like Narnia, but without Mr. Tumnus.
I've never heard that
Mr.
review.
Tumnus.
Oh, wait.
Oh,
That's what
Todd.
you're sexually attracted to?
I like animals and humans. So what?
Todd's dick just got harder somehow.
Yeah,
Jesus,
it's
it's-
harder and smaller.
It's visibly beating like a heart.
It's like a marble. Ouch.
It looks like a bullet.
Why isn't Todd wearing pants? Why
He
can we
said
see?
I have to Donald Duck it if I want to come on the pod.
It's one of our rules.
Yeah.
It's one of our rules.
House rules. And the house always wins. You know that, Jason.
Yes, I do.
Hey, if you can't beat the house, be the house.
Exactly.
Gino, you all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm just thinking about that book I read, that hysterical book.
Yeah.
Be quiet,
Attic
the bad guys are downstairs. That's fucking wild.
Gino, you know that's a true story, right?
I have a crush on Hans. I hope he says something to me when I see him later.
Have you finished the book yet?
No, not yet. I don't want to. No spoilers. I want to see how it ends. I'm excited.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think is going to happen?
Oh, I think she's gonna find love.
Ooh,
yeah.
I really would like for us to be on this show together when you read those.
Could you Skype in when you're reading the final chapter?
Oh yeah. I mean, if I might do a thing where I what is it called when you get like a book over voicemail and you listen to it on your phone?
Nope.
Like an audiobook?
Oh yeah. Like
It's not on voicemail. Though.
When someone calls in and finish and reads a book to you.
Yeah. I got John Goodman's leaving me voicemails on my Audible app all the time. John Good. I got this app that John.
He's reading the diary of Anne Frank.
Yeah.
Why is he reading that?
John Goodman is Anne Frank.
Anne Frank was too expensive, they said.
This is, by the way, the show where we talk to interesting people. That is our new tagline. I think it says it all. It's succinct. It really says exactly what encapsulates this show. The show.
Who's the we?
The show where we talk to interesting people.
Who's we?
I
Hey,
guess
you're
the
always
royal-
alone, schizo.
Wait a minute, you guys don't exist?
That's
Are you telling us we're living in what's Identity?
Yeah, the John Cusack movie.
The John Cusack motel.
Do we all have the same birthday?
Every one of the pictures that accompanies this fucking podcast is just a picture of you alone on a couch.
Really?
Yep.
Is this like a leftovers thing where I'm seeing people that? I'm sorry, I know
Some
I gave
people haven't seen this.
I gave leftover spoilers recently
Really?
too.
The spoiled leftovers? Oi, oi, oi.
Don't eat
I
them.
didn't want to say that. You made me.
Is this your? But we have a new segment that Todd wants to do called Oi Oi Oi. Are you ready to do it? You told me you have 5 different Oi Oi Ois. So here we go. Everyone, this is Todd with his Oi Oi Ois.
You thought it was nighttime? It's the puppy of the night. Oi, oi, oi.
4 more.
Do you have anything that maybe you came up with before you sat down?
If you ever go to a luau and you see the girl shaking her rump, you can't touch it. Oi, oi, oi.
When did you go to a luau?
At a luau, it might more be like a poi oi, poi poi poi, or a poi oi oi.
If you go to,
Oh no!
That did not sit well with some of our guests. All right, we're retiring that segment. No
Fine.
longer. And next time you have a segment, you better pitch it to me in more detail. All right.
Fine.
Oh God!
Wow,
Jesus!
I'll fucking kill you.
Whoa. Shit!
Whoa.
I hate you, and I hate that I just sleep in bed next to you.
Wait a minute!
We don't. What am I? What am I, Rockefeller? I can't afford other beds.
He balls up his pairs of underwear and makes a line between us.
It's like the Great Wall of China.
The clean or the used?
The Great Wall of China.
Oh,
we're both
Oi,
boys.
oi, oi.
As we always say.
You both say to each other, we're both boys, and then go to bed in the same bed?
You better come clean of whether you're her uncle or her dad, because if you're a dad, you cannot sleep in a bed next to him. It's 2017. You got to throw around. You got to be gender neutral with your pronouns. And it's been great. I've been pissing in a ladies' bathroom at every restaurant I go to.
What was that last restaurant you went to?
I went to My Hero on Jerusalem Avenue in Bellevue.
Yes, I know. We know.
And you could fucking drop heat in the ladies' bathroom.
I don't know what that means.
It means blast one.
A big sloppy deuce.
Oh, okay.
Drop rocks.
Steaming out your bum.
You're not turban.
No, I'm not turban in there. Turban in the ladies' restroom? I wish.
Turban in the girls' room.
I can only turb when I'm lying down. My shoulder hurts too much if I'm standing up.
Really?
Yeah. I need to be lying down with my dick pointed at my face.
That feels true.
Pointed
feels real true, trust
So specific.
Get a hot face and then turb it up.
What's going on with your shoulder, though?
Yeah, I think I have Tommy John.
Tommy John the underwear?
Tommy John the underwear. I got it stuck on my arm. And I was embarrassed. I was like, how do you try? I was at Macy's in Roosevelt Field Mall.
Wow, felicidades.
I didn't realize you were rich, Gino.
Yeah, I got a little bit of money from the settlement.
Oh, wait, what's settlement?
Wow.
You haven't told us about this.
I never told you I was a bait boy for the Catholic Church.
No, we have not heard about this, Gino. You were a bait boy.
I was a bait boy working with the FBI. And then I ended up having to sue the FBI because they let me go. Because I got what they call in too deep.
Oh, no. How long was this and how old were you?
I was a concubine for a few different priests.
A concubine?
But wait, so you got in too deep, and so you had to sue the FBI.
Well, here's the thing. They hire these kids to go undercover into the Catholic Church, be altar boys and
Is this
shit
like a
that.
21 Jump Street situation?
Sort of like,
Are you of age?
It's like To Catch a Predator, the only show where you actually feel guilt for pedophiles. Right?
Is that
I feel guilty.
Is that the tagline of that show?
Yeah. It's like humanizing pedophiles since '96.
I love when people are embarrassed on TV. I love it. I
It
love
is
people's
really
lives
fun.
are ruined
It is
publicly.
one. I will say, To Catch a
love that.
It's not a
very-
Jackass type of show.
Well, no,
It's fucking funny.
It's a prank show. It's one of the best prank shows.
I mean,
yeah, they think they're going to hook
technically-
up with that little girl. And then it turns out she's 20 and this is all joke.
I like when a fat weirdo shows up with a six-pack of Zima to hang out with a 14-year-old.
Fucking nasty freaks. She'll die.
I don't want you watching that show.
Yeah, so I was undercover as an altar boy, and I was just getting, turned out by a bunch of these priests.
Oh, boy.
And,
But how old were you, Gino?
I was 17.
17 seems quite old.
Yeah, but I'm very skinny, so I look.
No, that's right,
I
I
look
forgot
really
that.
young. Yeah, and I'm underdeveloped because I don't have any body, like real muscle mass or anything like that.
Right.
So
So you have
I'm
to-
what I guess is called a twink. And these guys, they turned me out. They shook me
Stop
around.
saying they turned you out.
They shook me up, spit roasted me. me, flipped it and
No,
reversed
come on,
it. You know?
no.
Missy,
Flip it and reverse
they
it.
Missy
Missy
misdemeanor Elliot me.
you?
Yeah. They turned it into a
Please.
verb.
No.
Got a purse. Let me search it, and they would put both hands up my ass.
Why would you let them do this?
I did the thing, you know, like that they do at Sesame Street, where like those grown men have their hands up the little things' asses and they're talking.
Oh, those are puppets.
Yeah, I did that. I was
You were the
puppeted
puppet?
by a couple of priests as far to like some sort of act of contrition thing.
You don't know what
Was it
puppets
a
are?
show?
Now,
By the way, those are
I
Muppets.
read about this. The FBI said you were not actually working for the FBI during this.
I misread an email.
What email
Her
did you get?
emails.
Exactly.
Lock her up.
Kill her.
Lock her up.
I was fucking. I don't look. That's the thing. And so I thought I was undercover. So I come to the FBI and I'm like, guys, I got plenty of evidence. They're like, we don't know what you're talking about. I was like, I guess I'll go get more evidence.
Oh, no.
So I went back into the rectory for another year, and I was wearing a wire. You know,
What kind of
What
wire?
do you think is a wire?
Oh, I had like a choker necklace. I had a mouse tied around my neck, a USB mouse.
Oh, no.
Now they make them wireless. Now I know. So I'm in there, you know, and they're fucking slapping me around.
Okay,
They're
we don't need
filling
the
me up.
details
They're
of
filling
Wait,
me up
more
with.
details.
They coin star me. Do you know what coin star
Oh,
is?
no. What is that?
They fill your ass up with change and then pull dollar bills out of your mouth.
I don't know. How is that a thing?
I don't know. They're the fucking priests, man.
Are
These
you a
guys know
magician?
magic.
Wait, is it a magic trick?
I think it might be a magic.
What happens to the change?
They go like water into wine, quarters into fives.
So it's transubstantiation.
Yeah, it's consecration or something they call it. Look, long story short, I get
please,
out.
shorter.
The FBI goes, look, we don't know what you were doing there, and I was like, I'm suing you guys, and if this story gets out, you're fucked. So then Comey came to my house and handed
Comey himself?
Comey?
Yeah,
Wait,
Comey came to
how
my
long
This guy's
ago
a
was
fucking
this?
freak.
Is this going to be in his book?
This was 3 years ago.
Wait a second.
I'm 20.
You're 20? Oh,
yeah,
okay,
I'm 20.
okay,
I'm a
okay.
fucking college intern. I'm in.
That tracks.
So he came to your house and
So
what did he
Comey
do?
came to my house. We played one-on-one basketball. He fucking crushes me.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
He's like 6'7".
Yeah, turns out.
Does
he
he-
was sitting down when I challenged him.
You challenged him.
I was like, if you
Wait, you challenged him
he
to
said,
one
we can't. He said we can't give you this money for the lawsuit. I'm like, if I beat you in one-on-one basketball, because we have a hoop outside my mom's house, right?
That's great, man.
Lucky.
Congrats.
How'd you get that?
Oh, my mom saved up for a decade.
Do it, Dad.
Put it on layaway. Oh, no, I'm not going to give you a hoop.
I
Wow.
want to play hoops.
Did you see? Todd called Scott dad, and Scott answered.
Yep. See, detective.
See, detective. Cunt detective.
Oh.
Okay, look.
Come on, Scott.
Is that the end of your story?
Grow
So
up.
he ended up beating
He
me.
ended up beating you.
But out of sympathy, he gave me $100K. Gave me $100 and a big ass
strike.
bag of ketamine.
Oh, no.
And I was able to sell that ketamine for anher few $100. Now I have that money to do whatever I want.
That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
And all
Because
you
that's
had
how
to
I
do-
got the money to do the
and
thing
all
you guys
had
said.
to do was get crazy molested by a priest for a number of years.
That's it. And I made out with $800.
This has been an Earwolf production, executive produced by Scott Aukerman, Chris Bannon, and Colin Anderson. For more information and content, visit earwolf.com.